1400 K-Star is KSRR Provo.
Welcome, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Owlz Radio Network. It's time for another wonderful game for the Orem Owls versus the Ogden Raptors out here in Lindquist Field. This is the third game in the three-game series against the Ogden Raptors. And joining me in the booth tonight, a big surprise for me and for all of us, Chris Peterson. Welcome, Chris Peterson.
I just showed up on the doorstep.
It was crazy.
Like an unwanted puppy.
Exactly.
With that.
That's good, a puppy. Thank you, Chris, for joining me in the booth tonight. Brett Crane joined us last night, clubhouse manager for the Owls. We had lots of fun. Hopefully, Brett will be okay down in the dugout sitting with the team tonight. He looked hurt. He was hurt.
I felt bad, like I should get back on my bus and head down to Provo.
But Chris took the time to ride a bus up here on his own money and his own accord.
Well, let me disillusion you there for a little bit. I've got the student bus pass. You're required to have it at BYU, and I'm still a student at the university there, so the bus travel was free. That wasn't a problem. But what was fun, I tell you what, it's just a blast to be all the way up here to Ogden, taking all the little side streets on the bus. It took me a good 3 hours, 3.5 hours to make it all the way up. But Utah has a very, very thorough transit network.
Yeah.
So I was very pleased to see how precise it was. It dropped me off a block from the stadium, picked me up 2 blocks from my house.
Cool.
So all in all, I can't complain.
Well, interesting stuff going out here at Lindquist Field. Again, today is Game 3 against the Ogden Raptors here in an away game. But today marks the beginning of the second half of the season. Yesterday was a sort of limbo game between the two halves, and we lost last night's game at the very end of the night, 11-7, Ogden winning 11-7. But tonight is the beginning of the second half of the season, and so everyone's record in the whole Pioneer League is wiped clean. The Ogden Raptors, the Orem Owls, we are all 0-0 on the season. No winning
so
streak.
Weird.
It's a very odd thing.
Wouldn't it be nice to get to the halfway point of your life? You hit 40, 45, and go, okay, everything in the past, all my past transgressions,
and you're back to being 16 years old again.
That's right. You get to now with all the new knowledge you've acquired, you can take your driver's license test and everything else right away and get your degree in college in 1 year time.
That'd be cool.
4 or 7 for some of us who are slower.
So the Raptors did win the first half of the season, so the Raptors automatically go to the playoffs. They won for the Pioneer League South. For the Pioneer League North, not surprisingly, the Helena Brewers won the Pioneer League North Division for the first half of the season.
Holding on there, though, the Mustangs were coming up on.
Yeah, they were right behind. I don't have my thing from... Oh, here it is. Let's see. The Helena Brewers... with a 24-13 record by the end of the season. But the Billings Mustangs, right under them, 22-15, only 2 games away. So the Helena Brewers and the Ogden Raptors are automatically going to the playoffs. Whatever team wins the second half of the season gets to go to the playoffs. If the Raptors win it again, they take the second-place team of the Pioneer League South Division and send them to the playoffs. So a very interesting time for the Owls here, a start over, a fresh start on the season, and the last week has been pretty awful. We are in Casper for 3 days, and we've been in Ogden for 2 days, and we lost every one of those games. Swept in Casper and swept so far in Ogden. Tonight is our last chance in Ogden to redeem ourselves in any way. I feel very, very bad. I feel very sad for these guys that are...
Well, momentum's a funny thing. You know, you start getting in this losing streak, and you wonder what's going to bring them out of that.
Yeah.
Could be a big game if tonight somehow they have a confidence-building night.
Sure.
All of a sudden, momentum swings the other way. And they also say momentum is as good as your starting pitcher the next day. So,
right. That's the funny thing, though. Their playing has been pretty darn good. They're hitting well. They're pitching well. The defense is excellent out there on the field. It just happens that, stuff happens at the wrong time, and little things happen, and just destroys the game for them.
Bad luck, would you say?
I'd say bad luck. Because they have all the skills, and people in the infield are working hard and getting the defense correct, but for some reason, just it's a game of superstition. So bad luck could be part of it.
changing socks, what they wear, how long they wear it now, and how they wear it.
Right.
Who knows? Maybe I'm the lucky piece. We'll see tonight.
It's possible, Chris. The Orem Owls they've played 38 games in the season, in the first half of the season, and 11 of those games we only lost by 1 or 2 runs. 11 of the games we lost only by 1 or 2 runs, which is a sad thing to see, and we'll see what happens tonight. Again, last night Ogden won 11-7 over the Owls. The winning pitcher went to Alvin Hayes for the Raptors, now with a record of 2-1. Sadly, the loss went to Anthony Whittington, now with a record of 1-1.
That's exactly the point I tuned into the game also, and that was sad for me. I like Anthony Whittington a lot. He's got a lot of talent, a lot of potential, but last night he had a rough one.
Up there in the Pioneer League standings for your Orem Owls, we have Dallas Morris still with 30 RBIs up there in the Pioneer League standings. By the way, Dallas Morris is injured right now.
Not badly.
Not badly. He's fine. He's totally fine. He got hit on the foot, fouled one into his right foot. Got X-rays. He's okay, though. Nothing horrible. He'll be playing probably Monday again. He's just off his foot for today and tomorrow, but he's doing just fine. Don't worry about him at all. Jose Arredondo for your Orem Owls up there in the Pioneer League standings with 4 wins on the season. Also for the Owls, Dallas Morris with 49 hits. Dallas Morris with 16 doubles. Just above him is Mark Trumbo with 17 doubles. And Dallas Morris also with 22 extra base hits. And all the rest are Ogden guys, which we'll get to if I have time. Because I don't need to tell you about those. You know, they're doing fine.
They're okay.
You know what?
Because it's the second half of the season, we might as well say
They've
got
nothing.
Everybody tied at 0
Exactly.
for the second half of the season.
Exactly.
No hits, no runs.
Again, we're in Lindquist Field out here in Ogden, Utah. The field very similar to the one out in Orem. The only thing different is the outfield walls are double the size. They're 16 feet out here.
That's all.
In center field, the 350 mark out in center field, they're 24-foot walls way out there. Right field is about 375. Left field 335. No, that's 315. And left field 335. It's a beautiful day out here. Cloudy, blue skies. It rained a little bit on the way up here when we rode in the bus up to Ogden. It was raining on us on the freeway, but excuse me, everything seems to be okay now. The weather's about 85 degrees. There's maybe about a 10 or 15 mile an hour wind coming into home plate out from center field. And we're almost ready to get started out there. Let's go over the starting lineups for tonight. First, for the Ogden Raptors, starting off tonight will be number 3, Adam Godwin, playing center field. Batting second will be the second baseman, number 21, Jesus Soto. In third in the batting order will be the designated hitter, David Sutherland, number 43. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, third baseman, Russ Mitchell, number 37. Batting fifth, B.J. Richmond, number 17, B.J. Richmond in right field. Batting sixth, left fielder, number 18, Andrew Locke. Batting seventh will be first baseman, number 47, Rick Haloa. Batting eighth, the shortstop, number 28, Shane Justice. And catching tonight for the Ogden Raptors and batting last, Kingshill Pujols. He's number 33, Kingshill Pujols. And pitching tonight for the Ogden Raptors will be number 54. What's his first name? Matt?
Yeah.
Oh, David. I'm sorry.
Yes, David.
David Pfeiffer pitching tonight for the Owls, the Raptors starting off. Pfeiffer is a right-handed pitcher. He's from Fort Pierce, Florida, acquired in the 14th round in 2003. Comes into the game with a record of 3-2, 6.75 ERA, 30 2/3 innings pitched, 11 walks in the season, and 23 strikeouts. Not too bad.
All right, and for the Owls tonight, we're going to start it off again with Heinle Stacia batting leadoff and playing shortstop. Batting second, playing second base, Billy Boyer. Catching, batting third, Brett Martinez. Mark Trumbo is going to be in the cleanup spot, playing first base. And the DH spot tonight, batting fifth, is Flint Whipke. And Marco Albano will be playing third base tonight in place of Dallas Morris. He'll bat sixth in the lineup. Anderson Rosario taking over in right field, batting seventh. Josh Coles playing left field, batting eighth, and batting ninth will be Stantrell Smith in center field. And pitching for the Owls is going to be Robert Mosebach, or Moose. Comes into the game with a 2-1 record, a 2.89 ERA. He's been pretty good in his last couple starts. Got 28 innings pitched, 21 strikeouts.
Cool.
Not bad.
Robert Mosebach is from West Palm Beach, Florida. He's about 6'4", acquired in the 2005 draft. He last played with the Hillsborough Community College. Right-handed pitcher Robert Mosebach. In his last game, he hasn't pitched in a while, but Robert Mosebach, no decisions in his last outing. He pitched 5 innings in 1 game, 2 earned runs on those innings, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. Versus the Ogden Raptors, Robert Mosebach has no decisions. He's only pitched 1 inning so far against the Raptors, and he had 1 strikeout in that game. So not much for Robert Mosebach against the Ogden Raptors. So that's the starting lineup for tonight. We're almost ready to get started out there. What else can we talk about?
We can talk about. Again, this is very strange. Everything at the major league level and in your college level, everything on that nature, the win-loss carries out throughout the whole season. This is the very first time. I've not followed minor league baseball until this year, coming in with the Orem Owlz. The strangeness of it all.
The obtuseness.
The obtuseness. I actually watched that movie 2 nights ago. I wanted them to feel the heat, the obtuseness. And it is strange and obtuse. There's a halfway point this season, and that's how they determine who goes to the playoff. There's only 8 teams in all, and the whole league split up into 2 divisions. Half of them will go to playoffs. Whether or not the second team that goes gets second place this next time around, I don't know. We'll see. And as a coach, a manager, what do you do? If you're the Ogden Raptors, you've already wrapped up a playoff berth. Does that mean you want to perhaps take advantage and pick your opponent perhaps in the playoffs? You have a large say in who goes now. You might just roll over and say, okay, take the pitches, strike out here. You've got to give these guys the win so that they'll be better. And that's a pretty hefty accusation.
It is. I don't know what they
that'd be maybe, I like to cheat when I play Risk. When I play Monopoly, I like to be the banker, if you know what I mean.
Sure.
But I don't know. Again, that's a hefty accusation. Not something very nice to say about another team. But you could. You're in a position of power and say, all right, we're going to just give it to these guys because we think we can beat them in the playoffs.
Sure.
And that's how we're going to do it.
That's an interesting way to I would think of it more as a fact to have a time to give your players just as many at-bats as possible.
More an experience building now that you've got your...
Switch your lineup through as much as you can. Put some pitchers in there. Put some people on the DH in there that haven't got to do it a lot.
Okay, so you're going on the constructive side. We're going to look at this in a positive
side. That's all right. No, I think it's a good choice because, I remember doing that, and you pick who you want on your team, but you want to pick who you want to play. Like when you're playing video games, you're like, I'll play him first and then play you guys because you can beat this guy and that kind of thought. But I don't know if they do that. Are they more professional than us?
I'd like to think so. They're paid more than we are in a professional rate. They're called professional.
Yeah.
Anyways, you could do that when you're in the schoolyard picking teams for kickball and be like, okay, I got a choice between 2 good players, but I know his weaknesses and I can get him out.
There you go.
I'm going to pick the other player.
I think that thought comes into play there. I'm not quite sure. They haven't taken the field yet out there. Still warming up in the deck. There is Trumbo. He's out there in front warming up. Going on in
I think that boy was born with a bat in his hand. I don't care what they thought drafting him as a pitcher back then. What was it, 2004 they drafted
4,
him? Took one look at that swing and the big, large 6'5" frame there, and that ball went out of the yard, and they went,
we'll
put you somewhere else.
When Trumbo was at Anaheim at Edison Field, and scouts were watching him, the day that scouts came to watch him, he hit 2 home runs off the rocks out in Edison Field. If you've ever been there, there's a huge waterfall out in center field, and he popped 2 off the rocks out there. And then they brought him in as a pitcher, and then Trumbo moved to third base and did really well at third base, so they moved him up to first base after that.
Well, that's funny you say that because that's an interesting switch from third to first. I've been in San Diego this last week, and I had the opportunity to go down and watch 2 San Diego Padres games. The Padres were playing the Cardinals, and my father and I were sitting there, and introducing my 6-month-old son to the game.
Sure.
It was very nice. And we were talking about the positions on the field that are given up a little bit, perhaps sacrificing a glove to have a good bat in the lineup.
Okay.
And other positions where you need a good glove, but perhaps sacrifice a good bat. And then
sure.
there are some others that need both. You require both the bat and the glove. And third base, I think third base and center field, I could be wrong. We may have some opinions on this, but third base and center field seem to be the ones that you have to have a very good glove and a very good bat. Now,
right.
Mark Trumbo obviously has a good bat, but he would have to have a very good glove to be at third base. They call it the hot corner. Now, over at first base is one of the positions where, for the most part, many teams sacrifice a good glove in order to have a good bat. Watching the New York Yankees and Anaheim Angels, Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, playing earlier today on Fox. Jason Giambi, the first baseman for the Yankees, the broadcasters were talking about him not being a good fielder, traditionally a very bad fielder over at first base. Now, this is not to say Mark Trumbo is a bad fielder. They just needed to be able to fit him in, and Dallas Morris was the natural fit at third base this year, and so that's why he's over at the corner. But he could switch over to third should they need that to happen.
Now, why wouldn't they put someone with not as strong as bat out in a position like right field or center field where they're not getting so many balls as the first baseman? Why would they sacrifice a bad glove at first base and not maybe at right field where they're not getting so many balls?
Those are also the other positions where you'll see more sacrifice. Right field more than left. What? I'm sorry. Probably left field more than right. Yeah, a little bit. Right field seems to run a little bit extra. Catcher obviously has to have a good glove. And a lot of catchers are not that good with the bats. There's a couple out there. Ivan Rodriguez, Javi Lopez has been pretty good the last couple of years. But you sacrifice your bat for a good defensive catcher. And then your middle infielders are going to be good gloves. And usually one of those is a pretty speedy guy and maybe a light stick with a lot of singles. But it's interesting to see how that kind of plays itself out. And there's other teams. We looked at the same a group out there when we were talking about this between the San Diego Padres and the St. Louis Cardinals. Albert Pujols plays first base for the Cardinals, and you can't say he's got a bad glove at all. He's a gold glover and has played many positions.
Any relation to our...
I was wondering that when I saw King Show Pujols.
It might be a common name out in Matagorda, where Pujols comes from.
Where's Matagorda? What's Matagorda? Is that Puerto Rico?
Dominican Republic. Bani Matagorda in Dominican Republic.
Ooh, now I've got to go home and look up where Albert Pujols is from. I know he's from one of the islands.
Okay.
Either Dominican Republic or Puerto Rico.
Are there like 1,000 islands down there?
All the Lesser Antilles, they run through there, but the
archipelago, what is it called?
Archipelago or something like that. But the two main islands that produce baseball prospects are Dominican Republic, number one, and then Puerto Rico. It used to be Cuba, but of course Cuba's been shut off to us for a long time.
Yeah.
And we get escaped talent from Cuba.
Going on in the lineup for tonight, the only thing that's different is Kevin Lynch. He was actually moved up to Double-A. Double-A.
Oh, he's with the Travelers.
The Arkansas Travelers, yeah.
Okay,
so
good.
It's just a temporary thing as well. So here we go. Top of the first inning, no outs yet. No runners on base. Batting first for the Orem Owls, Heinley Stacia, the shortstop. Here comes his first pitch. Shows bunt, but he gets past him on the outside with getting on a curveball on the outside corner. Strike one for Stacia. 0-1 count. No outs yet. Stacia played last night in the game. He was 1 for 3 in the game. Here comes his 0-1 pitch. This one's way inside with a fastball. Ball one. 1-1 count now for Stacia. Again, pitching for the Raptors is David Pfeiffer, right-handed pitcher.
No, David Pfeiffer's a left-handed pitcher out there.
Interesting. Why did I write right?
That is interesting.
There's the 1-1 pitch. He fouls it off into the Raptors dugout for strike two. 1-2 count now for Stacia.
And here's another situation where we see the lineup for the Owls loaded with right-handed batters against this left-handed pitcher.
Yeah. There's the 1-2 pitch. Another one fouled down the third base line towards the Raptors bullpen. Still strike two for Stacia. 1-2 count. Stacia comes into the game batting .282, 14 RBIs in the season, 1 home run. Again, he's from those places we were just talking about, Netherlands Antilles. Here's his 1-2 pitch. Curveball flowing outside. Ball 2. So the 2-2 count already for Stacia. No outs yet.
Doing good to lay off that last pitch.
Yeah, that one almost looked good.
Almost looked good.
Looks like they're going outside with the 2-2 pitch. Yep, curveball outside. Ball 3. He holds up on that one, too. 3-2 already the count for Stacia. No outs yet.
Stacia's in the middle of this big drought at the plate.
Yeah.
He's in quite a big slump. He was batting .300 for most of the season, now down at .282.
The 3-2 pitch, high foul ball over the right field wall. Still strike two for Stacia, 3-2 count. Wish I had what he was batting last night. I threw it away without thinking I might use it today. I wanted to see what he went down from.
This is a lesson to be learned, kids. Be pack rats. When your mom says, why do you keep all these things? You never know when they're going to come in handy.
Here's a 3-2 pitch, and fouls that one off as well. Behind us, there's still strike two for Stacia. 3-2 count. So far, about, 8 pitches for this guy.
That's exactly right. I've been counting them. Yeah.
Cool.
So,
estimation.
Whatever happens, it's a good at-bat.
There it is. The 3-2 pitch out in the left field, and left fielder Locke grabs that one over by the line. Out number one for the Owls. So Heinle Stacia pops out to left field, and now batting for the Owls here is Billy Boyer. Billy Boyer with one out, no runners on base. Boyer was 2 for 2 in the game last night, doing very well. He's from Auburn, Washington. He's batting .280 now. I think that's only down a couple points from last night. I think it was around .289 or something.
Well, if he was 2 for 2 last night, it would have gone up.
Oh, would have gone up?
Yeah.
You're right.
So
cool.
Perhaps the hottest bat in the lineup right now, actually. Boyer had suffered a huge slump at the plate, but he's been hot. His home run totals have soared, now batting .280, 7 home runs, 21 RBIs.
Wow. Here's his 0-0 pitch, slow curve, outside corner. That one catches him. I don't know how. That was really outside. Boyer was mad at that one. He seems to always get hit with these weird calls in the strike zone. 0-1 count.
They just pick on Boyer.
Yeah. Here's his pitch, another slow looping curve outside, ball 2. This pitcher for the Raptors, Pfeiffer, left-handed pitcher, his curveball comes in and away from right-handed batters like Boyer.
Oh, no. His curveball is going to come into right-handed batters, and that's why they've got the right-handers at the plate.
Right, in and away, right?
No, in and towards it. So it comes from the outside in.
What are you talking about?
Oh, talking about his curveball.
There's the 1-1 pitch. That one gets him on the inside corner with a fastball, strike 2. 1-2 count for Boyer. Looks like they're going outside. And that was the curveball outside, ball 2, 2-2 count. See, it looks like it's going, from our point of view, it's like it's going left and then coming that way.
Oh, that'd be a very hard trick to do.
Am I totally wrong on that?
Let me take a look there.
The 2-2 pitch tips that one off into the net there off a high curve. Strike 2 still for Boyer, 2-2 count. I will believe you, Chris. Chris knows better. He's watched far many more baseball games than I have.
What can I say? I was a very lonely child, and that's why my parents got me to be babysat. Here, watch baseball.
There's a 2-2 pitch, and that one drops strike 3 there for Boyer, and it bounces behind the catcher Pujols into the grass, and he can't get it, so Boyer makes it to first base.
That's interesting. So struck out, but reached anyways.
Interesting. We saw that happen a couple nights ago with Overstreet, I think it was, outrun the drop strike 3. It was very cool to watch. So now with one out, the Owls have a runner on first base, and now batting is Brett Martinez, the catcher from Redlands, California. Still a scoreless game out there in the top of the first. Martinez at the plate now for the Owls. He's batting .313. He was 0 for 1 last night in the game. A couple of walks on him. Here's the 0-0 pitch to Martinez. Tries to check his swing and an outside curve, but it catches the corner. Strike 1, 0-1 count for Martinez.
Martinez again batting .313 coming into tonight. He does have 1 home run on the season and 10 RBIs. That home run came a long time ago. I think it was the second road trip they took.
Yeah.
That would have been Casper and Idaho Falls.
Yeah. Pitcher throwing to first base. Boyer's still safe over there on first. Martinez at the plate right now for the Owls. He's for last played with the Mesa Angels and the Provo Angels. Acquired in 2003. There's his 0-1 pitch. High curveball catching the outside corner. Strike 2 for Martinez. 0-2 is the count. His pitcher, Pfeiffer, really changing the eye level on these curveballs going up and down.
Well, the runner on first, Boyer for the Owls, does have 3 stolen bases on the year, so.
There's the 0-2 pitch. Trying to go for the pickoff move on that one, and he's safe over there. Catcher Pujols threw over to first base off of that outside curve.
Maybe Pujols feeling a little bit upset about having that drop strike 3 and allowing you to get on.
I would
take care of this guy myself.
Put matters in my own hands. All right, here's the 1-2 pitch to Boyer. Still a runner on first. Runner goes inside. Here comes the throw to second base. Second baseman was up in the air, but came down on the bag just in time to get him out. That was a weird call. Second baseman Soto was in the air when Boyer reached second.
Well, the throw was high, and I thought Boyer got in there under it. The jump, I thought, was also in time. Hard to steal against a left-handed pitcher a lot of times.
Yeah.
They take advantage of a right-hander maybe not looking at the right time. left-handers are a little bit harder to steal on.
There's a 2-2 pitch. That one is fair with a kind of a silly bunt from Martinez, but they throw him out at first base. Not silly, it was a fine bunt. That's 3 outs. That ends the top of the first. Still a scoreless game. Come on back.
I'm here at Utah Valley State College with new president William Cederberg. Mr. Cederberg, why is UVSC your choice?
UVSC is my choice because it's a dynamic institution. The faculty are very strong. It's located in a community with strong values, a community committed to higher education, and I think the future is extremely bright here. So as I looked at it, I really didn't want to go to a school that was just maintaining the status quo. I wanted to be a school that was in transition, that was exciting, that was happening.
Okay. As president, what are your plans?
My largest job as president is to help the school and the members of this UVSC community establish a direction for the future, and then to go out and rally support for that direction. I think the future is extremely bright, and UVSC is definitely my choice for the future.
Pioneer Radio and Sports would like to thank the following businesses who are committed to customer service.
This Owlz broadcast brought to you in part by Ray's American Car Care Center, by Frederico Landscaping, exceeding your expectations since 1980, by the United States Air Force, Cross into the Blue, by Bay Ling Insurance Agency, Payson's hometown agency for over 30 years, and by Triple T Heating and Cooling, comfort from our family to yours.
1400 K-Star is KSRR Provo.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. Thanks for tuning in. We're in the bottom of the first inning, a scoreless game out there. Chris Peterson joining me up in the booth today, out here at Lindquist Field in Ogden, Utah.
Glad to be here.
I'm glad, too. It's very fun out here in the field. Game so far, we saw a pop-out, drop strike 3, and a bunt from Brett Martinez, ending the top of the first inning. Pitching out there for the Orem Owls again, Robert Mosebach, right-handed pitcher from West Palm Beach, Florida. 2-1 record, 2.89 ERA. He's got 8 walks, 21 strikeouts on the season. Mosebach, a tall guy, 6'4", working the mound out there.
For the most part, you got to be a tall guy. Very few pitchers coming under that. You know, some of them are under 6 feet and know how to throw a special pitch for a strike and become specialty pitchers, but it's rare.
We have some short players on our team. We have one short player. Anthony Sullivan, 5'11", still taller than me, but short for a pitcher. Our other team, I don't think anything gets below 6 feet. All right, there we go. For the Ogden Raptors, batting this inning will be Adam Godwin, Jesus Soto, and David Sutherland, top of the lineup. So here's Adam Godwin, the center fielder from Enterprise, Alabama. Ooh, interesting. He's batting .345, 9 RBIs, no home runs in the season. Adam Godwin did not play last night, played in the first game. Here comes his 0-0 pitch, goes for the bunt, gets past him with a fastball, and a strike 1 right over the plate there. He tried to pull back. He did, but the pitch was too good. 0-1 count now for Godwin.
Godwin only has 126 at bat, so sometimes he does take a night off.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one's called foul. Blooper down the first base line. Strike 2. Almost fair there. Just bounced along the line. And 0-2 count now for Godwin. Last night we saw an interesting play. There was a hit down the third base line, and Johan Silva grabbed it before it went foul, and he kept it in play, and then threw it to first base, and it was overthrown and allowed him to get on base.
So it would have gone foul.
Yeah. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Curve outside. Ball 1, 1-2 count. What does this Mosebach guy have? I think I have it written down over here.
Mosebach has great stuff.
He does.
I'm going to look that up here.
There's the 1-2 pitch to Godwin. Gets a hold of it. High pop fly going deep into center field. Center fielder Smith underneath it. Makes the snag out there in deep center field. Nice catch. Hustling to his right. That's 1 out for the Raptors here in the bottom of the first. Still a scoreless game. And now batting for the Raptors will be Jesus Soto, the second baseman from Cojedes, Venezuela.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cojedes, Venezuela.
Did you go there, too?
I've never been to Cojedes.
Oh.
I've just heard of Cojedes. And for me, it's kind of fun. Most of the people you hear about are from Caracas,
right?
Maracaibo, Valencia, the 3 big cities.
Sure.
So it's always fun to get one of the other random cities like Cojedes.
Here's the 0-0 pitch to Soto. Gets a hold of it. Grounder to shortstop Heinle Asia. There's the throw across the diamond. Barely gets him out at first base. Nice job. That's 2 outs. That is 2 outs for the Raptors here in the bottom of the first. Still a scoreless game. And now batting for the Raptors will be David Sutherland, the designated hitter, another guy from Australia, Queensland, Australia this time. Robert Mosebach, pitcher for the Owlz, has a fastball that's in the low 90s. His curve comes in at about 83 to 86. And he's all about control, is what you told me before. Here's the 0-0 pitch to Sutherland. Gets him with a curveball on the outside corner. Strike one. Watches it go by. 0-1 count now for Sutherland.
Let's see. I watched the starters that I watched in the 2 games I went to down in San Diego. Tim Stauffer started one of the games for the Padres.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Breaking in the dirt inside. Ball one. 1-1 count.
Woody Williams started another game for the Padres. He's a veteran. Stauffer's a rookie. And for the...
there's the 1 pitch grounder to Albano at third. There's the throw to Trumbo, gets him out at first base. Nice play, backhanded by Albano.
I'll talk about my pitcher stuff later.
Okay. That's 3 outs. That ends the bottom of the first. Still a scoreless game. Come on back.
If the Owls are going to compete for the Pioneer League Championship, they're going to need an ace on the staff to lead the way. If you're thinking of buying a home or refinancing, you need an ace of your own. Look no further than Ace Mortgage Company. Our creative loan consultants offer the best terms and unsurpassed professional service. We ensure you get the loan that best suits your needs. Give us a call today at 426-5757. That's 426-5757. Ace Mortgage Company. Absolute commitment to excellence. Insure both your car and home with us through Auto Owners Insurance, and we'll save you money. That's right. With Auto Owners multiple policy discount, when you insure both your car, home, mobile home, or condominium, we'll save you time and money by consolidating all of your insurance needs with the no-problem company. Auto Owners Insurance.
For a free comparison, contact Western States Insurance Agency in Spanish Fork on Center Street across from City Park. Western States Insurance. Our customers are first class, just like our service. Find us in the yellow pages under insurance.
Are you hungry for great tasting Mexican food? Take a time out and stop by a local Beto's. Have you tried our burritos and chimichangas? People are voting Beto's food as numero uno in Utah. Beto's has 15 convenient locations in Utah. Most of our restaurants are open 24 hours to satisfy your craving anytime. Check us out on the web at betosmex.com. Stop by any participating Beto's location and receive a Vote for Beto's punch card, which could entitle you to free food. Huli frijoli. It's Beto's time.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. Thanks so much for tuning in. Top of the second inning, scoreless game. Batting for the Owls right now is Mark Trumbo. Here comes his first pitch. Fastball inside, ball one. 1-0 count. No outs yet, no runners on base. Trumbo at the plate right now for the Owls. He's from Anaheim, California, batting .280 now in the season. Here comes his 1-0 pitch. This time a curveball on the inside, catching the corner, strike one. That one a little high and inside. 1-1 count, though.
What I was going to say, let's see, the other pitchers I saw were Mark Mulder and Chris Carpenter, starting for the Cardinals. Not a whole lot of difference between their raw talent, their raw stuff, and what we see at this level. I'll explain that in a second. That last pitch is another
inside fastball.
Strike.
So 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. Gets a hold of it. Grounder to the shortstop, Justice. There's the throw to first baseman Taloa, and gets the out at first base, just barely. 1 out now for the Owls here in the top of the second, still a scoreless game.
So, okay, I'm on the right spot. Well, what I'm saying is, like, the fastball would actually come in slower. I think the fastest one I saw, Chris Carpenter threw a 91-mile-an-hour fastball at one point, but everything else was 88, 89. On the radar gun. The curves came in the high 70s, low 80s, just like we see here.
Now batting for the Orem Owls, Flint Whipke, the designated hitter tonight. His first pitch, he fouls off into the net, up a high curveball, strike one for Whipke, 0-1 count. Whipke from Louisiana, Missouri, batting .257 coming into this game. Here comes Whipke's 0-1 pitch. Inside with a fastball, almost in the dirt. Ball one, 1-1 count now.
Whipke's average has gone up a little bit lately. Yeah. Now, the difference is you got the same raw stuff. You're throwing your curves at the same miles per hour, your sliders at the same miles per hour fastball. There's a difference. A lot of pitchers develop a cutter fastball by the time they get into the major leagues. That one ripped into center field, a single for Whipke. He's going to hold up there at first.
Beautiful hit there, right next to Soto, second baseman, in between the gap there. And now a runner on first base with 1 out. And batting now for the Owls will be number 5, Marco Albano, third baseman, from Arlington, Massachusetts.
Well, the difference in what happens with the pitchers is the pitchers become able to control a little bit better, changing velocities, their approach to the batters, and pinpointing exactly where they need it, gaining more control where they throw their pitches, and that's what happens between now and then.
There's the 0-0 pitch to Albano, way outside with a curve. Ball 1, 1-0 count, still a runner on first base. So if they're, at this level, they'll be throwing their fastballs and working on the accuracy, and at the higher levels, they've slowed them down so they got the pinpoint place.
Probably.
There's the 1-0 pitch. That one fouled off over the right field wall there. Strike 1 for Albano. 1-1 count, 1 out. A lot of these batters so far hitting on those high curves.
Some of those major league pitchers can still throw in the high 90s.
Sure.
You got your Randy Johnsons and Kerry Woods or fireballers just throwing hard out there. And, well, that one throws over to first, making sure that Whipkey stays put. But they've learned to throw that fast and still maintain control.
Right.
And so it's a difference. A lot of pitchers develop a good changeup and maybe slow down their curveball to develop a better contrast in speed.
Right.
Another throw over to first.
So it's a bigger gap in speed then, and making it more of a change.
And that way that they're swinging way out in front of the ball. It's that much different. It's a swing and a miss instead of a blooper foul hit ball kind of thing.
There's a 1-1 pitch, and that one's a strike, swing and a miss, and a high fastball. Strike 2 for Albano. 1-2 count, 1 out, still a runner on first base. Albano batting .205 coming into the game. 5 RBIs, 1 home run. Albano from Arlington, Massachusetts. I believe he was acquired this year in the draft.
Yes,
I'm not sure what school, though. There's a 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and a high fastball. There's the throw to first base. Whipkey's still safe over there on first by a hair.
Almost got it, man. Wow. Pujols behind the plate for the Raptors is doing everything he can to keep those runners on first base.
Yeah.
To be a pretty good defensive choice there.
So Albano strikes out swinging. That's the first strikeout on the entire night, and it goes to David Pfeiffer, pitcher for the Raptors.
Oh, man.
Now batting for the Owls will be number 19, Anderson Rosario, the right fielder from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. He steps to the plate with 2 outs and a runner on first. Rosario batting .263 on the season, 10 RBIs, 1 home run so far. Here comes the 0-0 pitch to Rosario, lets it fly, gets a hold of it out into right field. Looks like that one's going back in the dirt, and it bounces off the right field wall. There goes Whipkey to third base. Whipkey's coming home. Rosario's going to third as well. There's the throw to third base, and Rosario is safe at third with a triple, and Flint Whipkey comes in for the run scored, and they triple RBI for Anderson Rosario. And now the Owls lead it 1-0 here in the top of the second inning. What a play.
That was a great hit. Just a laser out there to the right field wall. And that's, I believe, the third triple for Anderson Rosario. Third or fourth? That's a
third.
Third. And so 1-0 and 1 out. No, I'm sorry, 2 outs, but still an opportunity here. We haven't seen any pass balls or anything like that.
But
a single here from Josh Coles, who steps to the plate now, would score Rosario on third.
Cool. What a cool play. Flint Whipkey coming in for the run scored there. So Rosario's on third. Here's the 0-0 pitch to Coles, and he holds up on it for an inside fastball, ball 1. 1-0 is the count. 2 outs, runner on third base. Coles is from Nampa, Idaho, batting .176 coming into this game. Here comes Coles' 1-0 pitch. Curveball outside that time, ball 2. Coles doing a good job holding up on these 2-0 count.
Of course, Cole's known more for his power than for his average.
Right.
Boy's hit 4 home runs so far this year in his 74 bats, I believe. 74, that's right. Yeah. A lot of power.
12 RBIs in the season.
12 RBIs.
Here's a 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss on a curve there going inside. Strike 1 for Cole. Swung way ahead of that one. 2-1 count.
And there's another example of an off-speed curveball, maybe trying to throw these curves, slowing them up a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm impressed when I see a tighter fastball thrown high speed, but you got to be careful how you throw these.
There's a swing and a miss on an outside fastball, strike 2, just like we were talking about. 2-2 count now for Cole. He had to reach for that one and lean over to his right, him being a right-handed batter, leaning over the plate, and just couldn't get it.
High and fast. He changed the speed pretty well.
There's a 2-2 pitch, another swing and a miss on a high fastball, strike 3. And Cole strikes out swinging, getting the third out, leaving Rosario out there on third base. That ends the top of the second. Owlz leading it 1-0.
Welcome to the Pepsi Theater Minute. Today, the story of Langusto and Pesto.
Ah, Langusto.
Oh, pesto.
Cacciatore, lasagna, gorgonzola.
Oh, linguini, la carbonara, calzone.
Scalupini, tortellini al pomodoro, bruschetta, prosciutto, ricotta. Pepsi.
Pezzi, cappellini, salame, pancetta, pezzi, mortadella.
Calzone, Pepsi.
Pezzi, ravioli, scalopine, minestrone, prosciutto.
Pepsi e scalopine.
Linguini, cannelloni, maccheroni, gnocchi, gorgonzola.
Gorgonzola, bologna.
Spaghetti.
Antipasti.
Parmigiano, provolone, mozzarella, pezzi.
Langusto, calamari. Langusto, Pepsi.
Pepsi, food's good. Pepsi, it's the cola.
Today, more and more people are insuring their homes with us through Auto Owners Insurance. We'll provide low-cost, quality protection, claim service that is second to none, and if you insure both your home and car through Auto Owners Insurance, you'll qualify for additional premium discounts.
Find out more at Blue Mountain Insurance, located on University Avenue in Provo. Give them a call at 373-SAVE. That's 373-7283. Blue Mountain Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance. The no-problem people.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. Thanks so much for tuning in. We're in the bottom of the second inning. The Owls are leading it 1-0. Thanks to an RBI triple from Anderson Rosario, bringing in Flint Whitkin in the last inning. Beautiful hit. We're up with the Ogden Raptors now batting. Still pitching out there for the Owls, Robert Mosebach. So far, Mosebach has allowed nothing.
Nope, 2 groundouts and a pop-out. He's out there like the dad at the slumber party. No funny business.
Exactly.
You all go to bed at 10 o'clock after the movie's over. Lights out.
Batting now for the Raptors is Russ Mitchell. Russ Mitchell's first pitch is a slow curve from the outside for ball 1, 1-0 count. He's air traffic controller, and you're grounded.
That's right. Call him the disciplinarian.
There's the 1-0 pitch, grounder to third baseman Albano, and it gets past Albano out of his glove. They ruled that a hit. That was a bad hop coming into his glove. It's all the way into left field, and a single for Russ Mitchell.
So a runner on now for the Ogden Raptors, and trying to make up that run they gave up in the first.
No outs yet.
The top of the second, I suppose.
Yep. Now batting for the Raptors will be number 17, B.J. Richmond. Richmond, the right fielder from Belmont, North Carolina. He was 2 for 5 in the game last night. Richmond batting .325 coming into the game. He's only, let's see, that's the third highest in the lineup tonight for average. Here's his 0-0 pitch. Outside with a curve, ball 1, 1-0 count. Richmond, a left-handed batter versus Mosebach, right-handed pitcher.
We got a couple of those in there tonight. 3 or 4 in the lineup for the Raptors.
All right, Mosebach throws over to first base, but runner's still safe over there. That's Russ Mitchell, safe on first, had to dive into it.
Robert Mosebach is very good against left-handed batters. His ERA, last time I looked, was 0 against left-handed batters. It could still be 0. I think it is.
There's a 1-0 pitch, fouls that one into the backstop there. Strike 1 for Richmond. 1-1 count. Let's see if I have...
I'm looking out at the infield, and again, we're at double play depth with no outs and a runner on first for the Raptors. But it's interesting. At this level, Mosebach throws over to first again. Trumbo, make sure Mitchell stays there. It's interesting at this level how much closer they have to play to the bag at second, the middle infielders, or how much farther they have to come in, and it leaves these big gaps in the field. And I was watching the same thing on the professional level. They don't give up as much ground because their range is more. They do better at diving and very much more comfortable out there.
That last pitch there inside with a fastball, ball 2. The 2-1 count now for Richmond. Still a runner on first base. I have the information on Mosebach here. He bats .73. I'm sorry, he throws .73 ERA against left-handed batters.
Here's the pitch, ripped down foul down the left field line. So it stays 2-2. Right. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes on Richmond.
Mosebach has pitched 12 1/3 innings against left-handed batters.
Yeah, he's about half and half there.
Yeah.
Maybe a little less than half. He's got 28 total innings pitched.
Cool.
So that'd be, 16 against righties?
Maybe. 16. Something around there.
I did math in school.
Thanks, Rain Man. figuring that out nice and quick.
16.
That's good. 250 toothpicks. 2-2 count.
It's
Runner
a
on first
compliment
base.
and insult at the same time.
Exactly. Here's the pitch way inside with a fastball. Ball 3. That one almost snagging Richmond on the inside. And 3-2 is the count now. Richmond has 19 RBIs in the season, 3 home runs. He's acquired in the 7th round in 2004. Richmond for the Raptors from Belmont, North Carolina.
Moose throws a first again. They're taking great caution there with Mitchell over there, but he can't let himself get too carried away. He's got a full count here on Richmond at the plate. He's got to take care of that batter.
Yeah. All right, here's the 3-2 pitch to Richmond. No, instead, Mosebach throws again to first base there. Runner still safe.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised to see Mitchell running. He does have 3 stolen bases on the year, and with the 3-2 count on Richmond, probably a hit and run at least.
Yep. All right, here comes the 3-2 pitch finally. Runner goes and fouls that one off. Thank goodness. Strike 2 still for Richmond. I finally found out where the word bulk comes from. In one of my broadcasts.
Really? Not
the
Balkan Islands.
No, it's first was originally a term used when a plow would plow a field. The ground that got pushed up was the bulk.
Really?
In the furrows, in between furrows.
Uh-huh.
And then it came to like the horse. When a horse stopped suddenly, it bulked. So if you stop suddenly, you make a deceiving motion. There's the 3-2 pitch. Grounds that one foul down the first base line there. Still strike 2. Runner on base there, Mitchell, made it to second base almost before the hit was connected. So still the 3-2 count there for Richmond. Runner still on first base.
A balk. I have to go home and tell everybody I know.
It has to do with digging plows and horses, and it comes from Old English, bulkar, something Old English word.
Richmond at the plate has 24 strikeouts on the season.
Runner went on that one, but it was ball 4 on the inside. So Richmond gets walked. The first walk of the game to Robert Mosebach for the Orem Owlz, pitcher for the Owlz.
And Brett Martinez is going to give a little encouragement to Mosebach here and talk to him about how they're going to approach this now. The infield, the corner infielder is playing very shallow. Trumbo and Dallas Morris on the grass there.
Almost touching the grass.
Yeah, again, large gaps now in the infield for the ball to get through. I said Morris. It's Albano over there.
We're so pre-programmed. Now batting for the Raptors, Andrew Locke. He's got a runner on first and second with no outs here in the bottom of the second. Owlz still leading 1-0. Locke is from Weymouth, Massachusetts. He's batting Weymouth.
Interesting.
Batting .306 on the season. 5 RBIs off of 4 home runs. I think they're all solos until last night. Here's the 0-0 pitch. That one's inside with a fastball, ball 1, 1-0 count. I was going to say something about, as a catcher, not only do you have to be a good catcher and a good batter, you also have to be a semi-coach. When you go out onto the mound, you got to know how to talk to every pitcher. Is that true? Here's the 1-0 pitch.
Yes.
That one's outside. The throw to second base.
Oh, I thought that had him.
Oh, that was Mitchell out there on second, having to dive back. Boyer tried to snag him down.
He took a very long lead, and Martinez throwing to second, trying to get him off the bag. And I thought he might have had him, but they call him safe. But you're right, the catcher, he controls the field, not just the pitcher. He has to talk and communicate with the pitcher and be able to put down the right fingers and call the game one.
Right.
But he controls so many aspects of the game. He's the brain out there.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one's outside, pass ball, just underneath Martinez's leg, but he gets a hold of it, keeps it in the dirt, and keeps it underneath himself. Runners don't advance. Nice play by Martinez. So runner still on first and second now with the 2-1 count for Andrew Locke. No outs yet. Locke is acquired in the 19th round in 2005. Locke playing left field tonight, 6th in the lineup.
I think it's interesting with his 4 home runs, he only has the 5 RBIs, so he drives himself across the plate more than anything else.
He's not a team player.
Nope. Does it all himself.
His 2-1 pitch is fouled down the third base line towards the Raptors bullpen for strike 2. 2-2 count. Runner still first and second base. We did leave a runner on base last inning. Let's hope the Raptors do that as well. They only have no
return the favor.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have no outs, so.
You guys left one for us. We'll leave a couple for you.
Yeah, just a couple.
You know.
That's all we need.
It's all that good sportsmanship thing.
Mosebach checking his runner at second. There's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that one fouled down into himself, and still strike 2, just catching the bottom handle of his bat. That's what happened to Morris last night against his right foot. causing his injury. We also saw that happen to Stacia, and what's his name? Overstreet, I think, wears a special pad that is on the inside of his shin just for that kind of thing.
You'll see a lot of players with that. They've been struck on that ankle before.
I know what it's like.
You know what it's like to get kicked in the shin. There's a reason they...
There's the 2-2 pitch, grounder to Albano at third. He misses him, but Stacey's right behind him to scoop it up, but he can't make a throw anywhere, and looks like a single for Andrew Locke, loading the bases for the Ogden Raptors here in the bottom of the second inning. No outs yet.
Get these little infield bloop singles and stuff. That bad. How did this inning happen? A bad hop over there at third past Albano, and that one a bloop single that got under his glove.
And then a walk.
And now we have loaded bases.
Interesting.
This is not the way you practice it, but when it's your team and looks like you're going to score, you don't complain.
Now batting for the Raptors, Rick Taloa, the first baseman. Bases loaded. Here's his 0-0 pitch. Swing and a miss and an inside fastball. Strike one. 0-1 count. No outs yet. Bases loaded. We've seen the Owls get out of a bases loaded situation before with no outs. It is possible, even with one out, still possible. There's the 0-1 pitch, grounds that one down the third baseline. Albano loops it and can't get it up in time.
Well, he got the force out at third at least.
Yeah.
But it should have been a double play. Could have even been a triple play. That hopped right over the bag. Had Albano come up with that, stepped on his bag, they could have tried to turn three, but instead of run scores, it's now 1-1. Runners on first and second still, and one out.
That was Russ Mitchell coming in for the run scored for the Raptors. And that is Rick Towla now on first. And B.J. Richmond.
RBI reached on fielder's choice.
All right. So the 0-0 pitch here comes to Taloa. No, who is this now? Is this Justice now?
Justice.
Okay, sorry.
Justice,
All right. First pitch is a curveball on the inside for ball one, going low. 1-0 count, one out. Runners on first and second base. So Albano did get the out at third there. I missed that one.
Yeah, well, he picked up the ball in time before the runner got to third, so it was the force. I was just sitting there standing on the bag.
Yeah. There's the 1-0 pitch. Fouls that one over the right field wall. Strike one for Justice. 1-1 count. Justice is the shortstop tonight from Bel Air, Maryland, batting .268 on the season, 4 RBIs and 1 home run. He's acquired in the 21st round in 2005. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Shane Justice. And it cracks him
hit him
on
in the
his head, in the helmet with a fastball.
And he's down on the ground and not getting up fast.
That one a fastball and high and inside off this right-handed batter, and it cracks Shane Justice on the helmet.
We've got trainers and coaches out there taking a look at him.
And Shane Justice is still on the ground there. A couple trainers out there and coaches.
I really don't think that was intentional.
No, not at all.
This is not the most frustrating situation Mosebach has been in. He showed a cool composure. That one just got away from him. But a fastball hitting Justice in the head.
We'll see what happens.
He stays in the game or not.
Still on the ground right now. Mosebach, that is his third hit batter on the season.
And the worst one.
And so far, the worst I've seen so far this season. That one hitting him on the left side near his temple there. And looks like they're getting him up. And just with a little help, he's back on his feet, talking to the coaches. And it looks like he's he's walking fine, no problem so far.
They're putting out a pinch runner for him, and he's going to leave the game.
Okay.
Number 12 enters the game now.
So pinch running for Shane Justice will be number 12, Juan Rivera. Juan Rivera played last night as well. Okay. So Shane Justice goes back to the into the clubhouse, and now one out still for the Raptors, and bases loaded for the Raptors here in the bottom of the second, tied game 1-1. Now batting for the Raptors will be Kenchil Pujols, the catcher from Bani Matagorda in the Dominican Republic. And here comes Pujols. 0-0 pitch. Mosebach checks his runner at third, lets it fly, and fouls that one over the right field stand. Strike one for Pujols. 0-1 count.
And Pujols enters the game here. Trying to find him, actually. Pujols batting 107. He's one of those catchers who looks pretty good behind the plate, but not as good at bat.
There's the 0-1 pitch. That one fouled over the right field wall as well. Strike two for Pujols. How many at-bats does he have?
28.
Oh, that's
so.
Okay.
So this is proof to your theory. Apparently, I was definitely wrong that they're not going to rig the second half.
No.
They're giving a lot of these players more playing time than that.
Conspiracy theory.
I am. I love conspiracies. His counterpart, I was looking at Soto.
There's the 0-2 pitch. That one cracked high out deep in the right field, and that one is gone. Grand slam for Kings Hill Pujols here in the bottom of the second, bringing the Raptors winning 5-1 over the Owls here in the bottom of the second inning. Ouch. A grand slam from Kings Hill Pujols, bringing in Juan Rivera, Rick Taloa, and Andrew Locke for runs scored in. So that gives Pujols now 7 RBIs in the season and his first home run of the season as well. Nice job, Pujols. Too bad he plays for the Raptors.
Zeke Zimmerman's going out to the mound now. It's a bit early to take Moose out of the game.
Yeah.
They're going to try to work him through this and hope the offense can put up a couple more runs there. That is only the second home run that Robert Mosebach has given up this season after 29 in the third inning.
And it's a doozy.
Yeah.
So it's still 1 out for the Raptors here in the bottom of the second. They now leading 5-1 over the Owls. And the bases are empty now, thanks to Kings Hill Pujols. Zeke Zimmerman still out there on the mound, chatting away to Mosebach and Martinez. Catcher and pitcher, the battery for the Owls.
The battery. And coming back up to the plate, we're now returning to the top of the order for the Ogden Raptors, and Adam Godwin, the center fielder, flied out to center his last at bat.
Yep. Okay, here comes the 0-0 pitch to Godwin, lets it fly. Gets a hold of it, line drive right to second baseman Billy Boyer, right into his glove. Out number 2, a nice play. So now with 2 outs, the Raptors still leading 5-1 here in the bottom of the second. Now batting for the Raptors will be Jesus Soto, the second baseman from Cojedes, Venezuela. Grounded out his first at bat as well.
That's funny. The top of the order didn't do anything to put these 5 runs on the board. It's all been bottom of the order for the Raptors.
The 0-0 pitch, first pitch, gets a hold of, cracks it out in the center field, and Stantrell Smith catches it in shallow center field, getting out number 3. That ends the bottom of the second. Raptors leading 5-1.
Tacos.
Burgers.
Tacos.
Burgers.
What about pasta? No time.
Sure there is. At Fazoli's, we can build our own pasta starting at just $2.99. It's super fast and super fresh. In about the same time as it takes for a greasy burger, we can build an Italian masterpiece like spaghetti and spicy marinara.
Spicy marinara?
Yep.
Fazoli's. Cool, let's pick up Cindy.
Karen.
Cindy.
No, man.
Fazoli's. Faster, fresher, better.
The United States Air Force salutes the athletes competing in today's game. They know in sports, like in life, you have to step up to the challenge to succeed. If you have high aspirations and want to be part of another champion team, join the United States Air Force. You'll receive training in a variety of fields and become part of an elite group of men and women dedicated to the service of this great country. Call 1-800-423-USAF or log on to airforce.com. The United States Air Force. Cross into the blue.
One of the unsung heroes at the ballpark is the groundskeeping crew. And it's up to them to ensure the field looks its best on game day. While your yard may not take the same pounding as the turf at a baseball stadium, it still deserves professional care. More Utah County residents rely on the pros at Frederico Landscaping Incorporated. They're now celebrating their 25th year of providing custom residential landscaping. For all your landscaping needs, including water features and grounds maintenance, you can rely on Frederico Landscaping. See their work online at fredericolandscaping.com.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. Thanks for tuning in. We're in the top of the third inning. The Raptors are now leading 5-1 thanks to a grand slam from Kings Hill Pujols, ending that last inning. That was awful. Batting now for the Owls is Stantrell Smith. His first pitch, he fouls off a high fastball, strike 1. So the 0-1 count for Smith. No runners on base. No outs yet. Here's his 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, and an outside fastball. Strike 2 for Smith. 0-2 is the count. Smith's first at-bat tonight from Atlanta, Georgia, batting .291 on the season, 16 RBIs, 3 home runs, and he was 2 for 4 last night in the game. Here's his 0-2 pitch. Fastball inside, watches it go by for ball 1. 1-2 count now for Smith.
Smith will go on. Smith will go on streaks either way, either slumping or hot streak.
Yeah.
Looks like he might be putting together another hot streak.
Yeah.
Interesting to see him put together his at-bat.
There's the 1-2, And he pops that one foul back off a high fastball over the grandstand. Still strike 2 for Smith. That one comes back in.
Loud.
1 and 2 count still for Smith.
I know that guy. Nope, just a familiar face. Okay, so 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Here comes the pitch to Smith. Gets a hold of that out into right field. Nice slapper into right field, but it is caught with a running, jumping catch by B.J. Richmond out there in deep right field. Nice catch. Too bad he plays for the Raptors. And that's 1 out now for the Owls here in the top of the third. Raptors still leading 5-1. Now batting for the Owls, back at the top of the lineup with number 14, Heinle Stacia, the shortstop.
And Stacia flied out to left his first at bat after he started things off with a big long at bat. A lot of fouls off there. 9 pitches, 10 pitches in that at bat. So it was a good at bat. Did not reach base, however.
Still pitching for the Raptors is David Pfeiffer. He has 2 strikeouts so far. He's allowed a triple and a couple singles. Here's his 0-0 pitch to Stacia. Line drive to the second baseman Soto. Very reminiscent of the hit by Adam Godwin last inning to the second baseman. Yeah, so that's 2 outs now for the Owls. Heinle Stacia lining out to second base.
Now the second baseman for the Owls, Billy Boyer, comes to the plate.
So much irony in this game.
Yes, he reached on the drop, strike 3, and then was caught stealing.
Oh, yeah.
In his last bat.
So 2 outs for the Owls. No runners on base yet. We are Raptors leading 5-1 here in the top of the third. Here comes Billy Boyer to the plate. Here comes Boyer's 0-0 pitch. Lets it fly. Inside with a curve, ball 1, letting it go by. 1-0 count. Boyer has a semi-open stance, but he's very crouched down. The bat way over his head, bent at the knees. There's the 1-0 pitch to Boyer. Slow looping curve, catching the inside corner that time. Strike 1. Boyer holding up as well. 1-1 count.
Well, Boyer does a great job when the pitch comes in to lower his back elbow to an even plane so that he can just drive through the ball.
There's the 1-1. Fouls that one into the net in front of us. Strike 2 for Boyer off a high fastball. 1-2 count.
Yeah, if you were to leave that back elbow up and try to swing through, you'd see a lot more uneven swings, golf swings. You want to get that down to an even playing field and be able to just drive straight through.
There's a 1-2 pitch. Fouls that one as well over the right field grandstand this time. Still strike 2 for Boyer. Another high fastball. 1-2 count now for Boyer.
Doing good to get a hold of these high fastballs, but he should be laying off of them. That's one of the hardest pitches to lay off of, especially for guys who have some power.
Right. There's the 1-2. Outside with a fastball, ball 2. 2-2 count, 2 outs, no runners on base. It's deuces out here in Ogden, Utah, and they do this thing with their hats when it's deuces. They wiggle their hats back and forth.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it comes from ancient pagan ritual where the
probably Norse.
It's probably Norse mythology. There's the 2-2 pitch. That one's inside with a fastball. Almost hit
what your waving hats did for you.
Got you ball 3. Interesting play there.
Can they hear us over there? He's like, I was waving my hat too.
Can you hear us?
Oh, inside? Apparently not. We can still make fun of him. Close that window. Okay, and here's the 3-2 delivery to Billy Boyer.
And watches it go by for an inside fastball, ball 4. So Billy Boyer gets walked. The first walk on the game for pitcher David Pfeiffer for the Raptors. And now a runner on first base with 2 outs. And now batting for the Owls will be Brett Martinez. Had that weird bunt thing his last at bat.
Yeah, kind of a blooper to the pitcher there.
Yeah.
So he comes to the plate. Coming into the game, he's batting .313, a little bit lower after his last at bat. 1 home run, 10 RBIs on the season.
There's his 0-0 pitch, curveball catching the outside corner. That one right at bat level, strike 1 right at knee level. 0-1 count now for Martinez. He's got the highest batting average on the lineup tonight, .313.
You're right, he does.
Here's the 0-1 pitch, gets a hold of it out in the left field, high pop fly. Underneath it is left fielder Locke, and makes the diving catch out there in left field. That was a nice catch. But,
too bad he's on the other team.
Too bad he plays for the Raptors. And that's out number 3. That ends the top of the third inning. Raptors still leading 5-1.
I'm here with Alex Nibley and Amanda Pettingill, an instructor and a student from Amber's Battle, the new movie shot at Utah Valley State College. So, Alex, what were your roles on this project?
I wrote the script for Amber's Battle, and I was one of the 2 professors that put together what came to be called the Digital Cinema Boot Camp.
You learn an immense amount, something that you can't be taught in the classroom.
During that time, we produced 2 movies and 1 television show. You know, it's real filmmaking. It's not just kids running around with video cameras.
Amanda, what is it like to be female in this industry?
You are in smaller numbers, but in a way you can use it to your advantage because women will stick out more.
What is the future for film at UVSC?
UVSC has set its sights on becoming the premier film training institution in Utah, if not the whole Intermountain West, and I think they can become one of the best in the country.
I enjoy working on these productions, and that is why UVSC is my choice.
For teaching film production, UVSC is my choice.
Hey fans, have you poured concrete lately? Did you order 8 yards and only use 6? Did you have to pay for what you didn't use? Do you want an alternative? Then log on to gotconcrete.com. We deliver fresh concrete mixed right on your site from as little as a quarter yard to 8 yards. No more calculating exactly or ordering an extra half yard to be safe. We service customers from Santa Quinn to Point of the Mountain. Find us at gotconcrete.com.
1400 K-Star is KSRR Provo.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. Thanks so much for tuning in. We're in the bottom of the third inning. The Raptors are leading 5-1 over the Owls, thanks to a grand slam from King Chill Pujols on the Raptors. Still pitching out there for the Orem Owls will be Robert Mosebach. So far, Mosebach has allowed a home run, a single, a walk, and he has hit a batter as well in this game so far. No strikeouts yet this game for Mosebach.
We'll see how Mosebach responds if he can shake off that last inning.
Right.
Get back in there and start throwing the good stuff again.
Batting this inning for the Raptors will be David Sutherland, Russ Mitchell, and B.J. Richmond.
David Sutherland grounded to third, his first at bat. He's a designated hitter in the lineup. Comes to the plate batting .382.
Wow.
.382. That means, 1 out of every, 5? No, 2 out of every 5 hits, or 4 out of every 10 at-bats he gets on, almost half the time.
There's his 0-0 pitch, gets a hold of it, line drive out into center field, and it drops right in front of Stantrell Smith in shallow center field, and a single for David Sutherland getting on base right off the first pitch.
And there it is, 1 for 2. God, 2 at-bats tonight. One of them he got on. And coming to the plate is Russ Mitchell now, singled his first at-bat.
Yeah. David Sutherland, highest batting average in his lineup for the Raptors. Is that what I wanted to say?
Yeah, and Mitchell's no slouch himself. Comes to the plate batting .314.
There's the first pitch, curveball outside, ball 1. That one almost got away from Martinez, the catcher for the Owls, but he got on top of it. No runners advanced. 1-0 count now for Mitchell. Runner on first base. No outs yet. Mitchell's from Cantorsville, Georgia. He has 36 RBIs in the season and 11
home runs.
Good gracious.
A lot of power.
Here comes his 1-0 pitch. Gets a hold of it. Blooper to second baseman Boyer. Makes the throw to Staship. Second gets the out. And the throw to Trumbo gets the out. Beautiful double play there. The 4-6-3 double play.
That's right.
Yeah.
4-6-3.
I got it.
Got to focus.
Yeah, I know. I have to really concentrate.
4, shortstop. It's always tricky. You want the third baseman to be the 6th spot because going around, but no, the shortstop's. Okay, I'm going to stop mumbling to myself.
Thanks, Chris.
Yeah, thanks.
So there, the Owls with a double play, getting out Russ Mitchell and David Sutherland. And now with 2 outs coming to the plate, B.J. Richmond, the right fielder. Here comes his 0-0 pitch. High fastball inside. Ball 1. This one almost snagging him on the arms. 1-0 count. Richmond, a left-handed batter.
He walked his first at bat.
Yep. Off of a...
Was that one of the deuces? No.
What?
I'm thinking back to that little cap thing. They're waving their hats around.
Oh, right. That's the deuces. The 1-0 pitch is inside in the corner with a curveball for strike 1, watching it go by. Here's the 1-1 pitch. High fastball outside. Ball 2. 2-1 count now for Richmond. Richmond from Belmont, North Carolina, batting .325. Not too shabby. He's got a very close stance. Stands up nice and straight. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Gets a hold of it. Line drive right to Billy Boyer at second base. Nice catch. Didn't have to move an inch. That's 3 outs. That ends the bottom of the third. Raptors leading 5-1. That ends the bottom of the third inning. Raptors leading 5-1. Are you there, Lindsay?
After watching the Orem Owls hit home runs all night, it's time to have a great reason to run home. Nothing beats a Love Stack waiting for you. Oversized sacks from Love Stack may look like huge bean bags, but they are filled with extra soft Durafoam and come in a variety of designer covers ready to match any lifestyle. But just like the Owls, a Love Stack is something you've got to see in person to really appreciate. Come stack out for yourself at the Love Stack store in the Riverwood Shopping Center in Provo, or any of the other locations across the Wasatch Front. For the original and still the best oversized sack, there's only Love Stack.
With energy costs soaring higher than an Owlz homer, it's important that your cooling system is working at peak performance. So call Triple T Heating and Cooling. We feature service and repairs of all makes and models of heating and cooling systems. And come winter, we can set you up with a warm, energy-efficient gas fireplace. Serving all of Utah County, visit our showroom 1550 North Main in Spanish Fork or log on to TripleTheating.com. Triple T Heating and Cooling. Comfort from our family to yours for over 30 years.
1400 K-Star is KSRR Provo.
Welcome back, everyone. The Birds of Play with the Wingmen. Thanks for tuning in. We're in the top of the fourth inning already. Raptors leading 5-1. Batting now for the Owls is Mark Trumbo. His first pitch is a fastball getting the top right corner for strike one. Interesting. There's the 0-1 pitch. That's a curveball outside, getting underneath the legs of catcher Pujols for ball one. 1-1 count now for Trumbo.
Trumbo's had one at bat tonight, grounded out to shortstop with it. Comes to the plate batting .280. Well, it comes to the game batting .280.
Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Trumbo. Slow looping curve on the outside. Ball two. See, I told you, he's a left-handed batter, and his curve goes into the batter and then away.
You said you were going to believe me.
No, I don't believe you anymore.
Not anymore.
I changed my mind. I'm a pure Joeyist now. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fouls that one down into the backstop. Strike two for Trumbo. 2-2 count. No outs yet. No runners on base.
Well, you're not seeing a big looping curve like we usually see out of a.
I do though.
From a curveball. I see a tighter, smaller curve. Well, what it's gonna. Okay, I think that's a slider myself.
Oh, okay. There's the 2-1. That one's inside on a fastball catch in the corner for some reason. Trumbo watches it go by and strikes out looking. That ends. I'm sorry. That doesn't end anything. That's one out for the Owls now in the top of the fourth.
And the third strikeout on the night for Pfeiffer.
The Pied Pfeiffer. And now stepping to the plate for the Owls went Whipkey, the designated hitter tonight. And here comes Whipkey's 0-0 pitch. No runners on base. One out. Tries to check his swing on a fastball, but it catches the outside corner. Strike one. He pulled back in time, but that one was just over the plate, just on the outside of the plate. 0-1 count now for Whipkey.
Whipkey singled his first at bat tonight.
Did he?
He did, and he scored the run.
There's the 0-1, swing and a miss, high fastball inside, strike two for Whipkey. Hard to swing on that one. 0-2 count now, one out.
Yeah, changed the eye level and the speed on that one.
Whipkey, a right-handed batter versus this left-handed pitcher. Here comes the 0-2. Another swing and a miss and a high fastball inside, strike three. So Flint Whipkey strikes out swinging. That's two strikeouts in a row this inning for David Pfeiffer, pitcher for the Raptors. Darn it.
Pfeiffer knows what he's doing out there.
Man.
So fourth strikeout on the night, and now coming to the plate is Marco Albano.
Okay.
Struck out his first at bat. Comes into the night batting .205.
Here comes the 0-0 pitch to Albano. Oh, man, curveball catches the inside corner. Albano watches it go by for strike one. 0-1 count, two outs, no runners on base. Albano now at the plate for the Owls. They're going outside with the 0-1, and it's I don't know, that was the slider, I think.
Yeah, it just missed outside.
It looks like the fastball, but it has movement over by the plate.
Right.
And that's what's tricking me. Okay, so the 1-1 count now for Albano. Here comes the pitch. Looks like they're going inside. Swing and a miss. Inside fastball. Strike two for Albano. Darn it. I don't want to see a
fan the side.
Exactly.
No, I don't want to see that either. That'd be. Oof, my heart can't take this anymore.
1-2 count. Two outs. Here's the pitch. Way outside with a curve. Ball two for Albano. Thank goodness. 2-2 count. Two outs. Deuces out here in Lindquist Field. They're moving their hats around again. 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch to Albano. Lets it fly. Gets a hold of it. Grounder to the second baseman. Second baseman Soto picks it up, makes the throw across the diamond, and Albano is safe by a mile. That throw by Soto he had to make almost off the ground and had to turn around against his own will.
Well, he had no momentum and force behind him. He had he's in the air, jumping off of his back foot, so he doesn't have that driving force behind the throw. It was on target, but not in time.
Nice hit by Albano there, and now a runner on first base with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Raptors still leading 5-1, and now batting for the Owls will be 19, Anderson Rosario, the right fielder. Anderson Rosario with his triple RBI last at bat. Booyah.
Oh, he's got another chance for a triple RBI here if he can swing it, but he does only have 3 triples on the whole of the season.
Was he also in the 2-out situation with that triple? Or was it 1 out? I can't remember.
He was. 2 out
cool.
when he came up.
There's the 0-0. High fastball inside, ball 1. 1-0 count now for Rosario, 2 outs.
You never know. He had a good hold of that last one. If he gets just a little better, that would go over the wall.
Maybe a second home run over here, possibly. 1-0 count, runner on first base, 2 outs. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Rosario. Gets a hold of it, fouls it into the net. Darn it. Strike 1, 1-1 count. Got excited on that one.
Behind him. You know, it's funny. When they made baseball, you've got like this quarter section of a full circle, you know. And when you play, what is it, cricket.
Yeah.
It's a whole circle. You can hit it behind you, anything. It's a hit.
Really?
And that one fouled back behind him, another high fastball.
1-2 count for Rosario. You mean like a foul ball would just go into play?
Yeah, instead of having fielders all out in front, all the fielders on the other team are around the batter. Weird. It's weird. Or you can turn around and hit it behind you or do a lot of weird different things. And who cares about cricket because it's just not as popular.
There's the 1-2. Line drive out in the left field, and left fielder Locke makes the catch. And there's the throw to second base. Runner safe, though. That was, who's that? Albano out there on second is safe.
Yeah, that ball dropped in left field. So that is a hit. A single for Rosario.
Wow, cool. That one just bouncing right in front of Locke's glove, hitting the ground first, then into his glove. And so now runners on first and second, thanks to a single by Rosario.
Rosario 2 for 2 now tonight. Josh Coles comes to the plate with runners on first and second.
2 outs for the Owls here in the top of the 4th. Raptors still leading 5-1. Here's Josh Coles. Struck out swing in his last at-bat. Pitcher checks his runner at second. There's the 0-0 pitch to Coles. Swing and a miss and an outside curve. Strike 1. 0-1 count. That one he had to reach for.
Yeah, Coles again, one of the strikeouts on the night.
Yeah.
And just when we were worried that Pfeiffer would fan the side here, we've got 2 singles.
Taking care of business.
Him.
BTO. There's the 0-1 pitch. Gets a hold of it, slap around to right field, the perfect hit, dropping in the gap in right field.
That's going to score a run
here. Here comes Albano for the run scored in, and looks like Rosario holds up on third, and a single for Josh Coles with an RBI. Now with 13 RBIs on the season for Josh Coles, and now the Raptors lead only 5-2 over the Owls here in the top of the 4th. Bam!
Very good work here, and the Owls on the board for the second time tonight with runners on first and third. Now they're going to take some time before they approach Stantrell Smith, who comes to the plate for the Owls.
A great inning so far for the Owls, taking care of business here with 2 outs on the board.
It's the 2-out rally.
Now with the runners on first and third base, the corners as they call them, where I'm from.
You know, where I'm from, too, they call them the corners.
Oh.
That's right.
There's the 0-0 pitch, slow curving on the outside corner. That one gets Smith. He watches it go by for strike 1. 0-1 count now, 2 outs. Runners on the corners. Smith popped out to, I believe, right field his first at bat.
He did.
Okay.
It was a very well hit ball, but with a leaping pirouette and tout jeté.
There's the 0-1 grounder to Mitchell at third. There's the throw across the diamond, gets the out at first base. Darn it. That's the 3rd out. That ends the top of the 4th. Raptors now leading 5-2 over the Owls. Come on back.
The Wolverine, or Kulalaskus, makes its den close to the I-15 freeway in Orem, Utah. Its feeding grounds on the campus of Utah Valley State College provides the Wolverine with a plentiful diet of over 32 four-year programs and an array of savory associate's degrees. But the Wolverine's an insatiable hunter and has developed an appetite for larger prey in the NCAA. Its recent forays have already disrupted Division I wildlife throughout the region. The Wolverine's a ferocious fighter, known to defeat animals several times its size. Humans should avoid confrontation with Wolverines wherever possible, yet, for the sake of research, we went into the Wolverine den to record their behavior.
For decades, the cougar's been presumed by ecologists and athletic directors in Utah to be at the top of the provincial food chain. Now, with the introduction of the green and gold UVSC Wolverines into the NCAA Division I ecosystem, it's evident that, as they say, there's a new color in town.
Out Out and Back is your Utah Valley source for all your family's outdoor adventure needs. Serving Utah County for over 17 years. We have a wide stock of excellent gear and clothing from Mountain Hardware, the North Face, and Sierra Designs, along with the Valley's largest selection of Chaco sandals. Whether you go camping, climbing, hiking, or mountaineering, we have what you need. Let us take care of you. Out and Back, 1797 South State Street, Orem. Bring in your Owlz ticket stub within 7 days after the game and get up to 3 pair of our $14.95 quick-dry nylon river shorts for only $4.95. Or mention this ad and get 2 pair of $6.95 outdoor socks free with any purchase over $20.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. Thanks for tuning in. We are now in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Raptors leading 5-2 now over the Owls. Looks like because of Anderson who was that? Coles' single that brought in Albano for the run scored. Am I right?
That's right.
Cool.
RBI single for Josh Coles.
Beautiful.
Now we're going to be facing in the bottom of the 4th inning for the Raptors,
Andrew Locke.
Yes.
His first pitch is a low curve, slow and outside, ball 1. Watching it go by. 1-0 count. No outs yet. No runners on base. This is Andrew Locke for the Raptors. Still pitching is Robert Mosebach. Here's his 1-0 pitch. Gets a hold of it, crack it out to left field. Looks like that one's going.
Another home run.
And that one is gone over the left field wall. A home run for Andrew Locke. That's about a 390-foot, maybe 400-foot hit out there over the left field wall. And a home run for Andrew Locke. He now has 5 home runs in the season. A solo one again for him. Man.
Yeah.
So now the Raptors lead 6-2 over the Owls here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
That guy's got a hot bat lately. 2 tonight. And you said he homered last night as well? Am I right?
Locke? No. Didn't play last night.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't ever accuse me of doing something like that, okay, Chris?
I was asking.
On the air. We're on the air, Chris.
Didn't you hear the inflection of the voice? Did he?
It was a question.
Did he?
Now batting for the Raptors is Rick Taloa. First pitch, he fouls down the third base line for strike 1. 0-1 count. No outs yet. No runners on base. Raptors leading 6-2 now here in the bottom of the 4th. Mosebach so far has allowed 2 home runs against him.
That's right. Would that be tripling his count, I guess? He only had 1 home run coming into tonight, and now giving up 2 tonight for the Raptors.
There's the 0-1 pitch to Taloa. Fouls that one in the net in front of us. There's strike 2 off a high fastball. 0-2 count. No outs yet. Taloa tonight, single.
Well, reaching on a fielder's choice.
Reaching on a fielder's choice. That's right.
Has only 19 at-bats on the season, 6 of those strikeouts. I'm sorry, now 20 at-bats with his last one.
There's the 0-2, swing and a miss, way in front of an outside curve, strike 3. Nice pitch. Rick Teola goes down swinging. That's the first strikeout on the night for Robert Mosebach, pitcher for the Owls. Fantastic. So now with 1 out, the Raptors still leading 6-2 here in the bottom of the 4th. And now batting is this is Juan Rivera. Shane Justice is hit by a pitch, his last at-bat, and now Juan Rivera comes in for him. Here's the 0-0. That one fouled off behind us. Strike 1. 0-1 count. So it looks like Rivera comes into the game with batting .243. He's got 10 RBIs, 1 home run on the season. 4 doubles for Juan Rivera as well.
Yeah, left-handed batter here. They like that.
There's the 0-1. Fastball inside and low, almost snagging Rivera on the knees. Ball 1. 1-1 count now.
Well, Moose took care of business his first and third innings, but now he's struggled giving up a home run here and a couple balls. That one fastball outside, but fouled.
Yeah.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Rivera last night on the game was 0 for 4.
Oh, there you go.
There's a 1-2 pitch. Another one fouled off. Still a 1-2 count for Rivera. Last night Rivera had a RBI. I don't know how he did that off of maybe the walk
fly or.
Oh, that's probably why.
Maybe, there's lots of ways to get an RBI without having hit the ball.
Yeah. There's the 1-2 pitch. Grounds that one foul down the first baseline, this time into the Owls bullpen. Still strike 2, fighting off at least 4 fouls just now. 1-2 count now for Rivera.
As you get more and more fouls on the batter, the pitcher just sits out there and goes, come on, just at least hit it to one of my infielders.
Right.
Give me a chance.
They're using everything they got. There's the 1-2 pitch to Rivera. This one he tries to check his swing, and I think he does. It's an inside fastball, ball 2, holding up on that one. Nice job by Rivera. Too bad he plays for the Raptors.
Too bad he plays for the other team. Gosh, wouldn't it be nice if that grand slam was for the Owls, not the Raptors?
Not to say we're bad, but we just want everything. There's a 2-2 pitch. That one's grounded down the first base line to Trumbo, and he bobbles it. but still makes the tag and loses the ball before he makes the tag, and the runner is safe.
And he's frustrated with himself there. Runner on in the first error of the night. That one attributed to Trumbo.
Trumbo had that in his bare hand, and before he made it to the bag, it fell out. He thought he had it in his hand as he made the tag, but no good. So an error to Mark Trumbo, and now a runner on first base for the Raptors. Darn it.
Again, he's upset with himself on that. And a frustrating night already as you're trailing 6-2, giving up the 2 home runs.
Yeah.
You're in the middle of the game, and you're thinking, gosh, we got to get some runs on the board. And then you make a little defensive loop. Gosh.
I don't know how that could possibly feel. I mean, I feel bad when I
well, let's come up with a similar situation off the field.
Video games. Now batting for the Raptors is Kingsley Pujols. This guy had a grand slam his last at-bat. I don't even want to say it. His first pitch, he fouls over the left field wall for strike one. 0-1 count for Pujols.
A team situation. You're writing a paper together on a group project.
Sure.
And a sociology class. Let's go with that. And you're part of the paper. You totally missed your information. And instead of talking about, I don't know, Marx's theory on...
Yep.
Help me out here.
Let's do Jung with his collective unconscious.
Okay, there you go. But instead, you come up with a little bit of the dependency theory by Hector Silva. And
the 0-1 pitch is outside with a pitch out. Martinez doesn't throw to first, though, so the 1-1 count now for Pujols.
Well, basically, your team gets knocked down a grade because you threw in the wrong information there on accident. So that's how it would feel. You know it's your fault that the grade came down.
All right, there's the 1-1 pitch to Pujols. That was good, Chris. Thanks for telling me about sociology papers. Well, I listened intently.
And had they... Good thing they weren't throwing pitches in that time, or else I wouldn't have been able to ramble that long.
I'm so glad. So glad you had the chance to tell me that story, that riveting story. Oh, boy.
What do they do when it's onesies across the board?
That's singles night. The 1-1 pitch is an outside low curve, but Pujols swings on it, swings hard, strike two. So the 1-2 count, 1 out, runner on first base for the Raptors. Pujols at the plate right now, the catcher. Mosebach throwing over to first baseman Trumbo again, still safe on first.
Paying a lot of attention to Rivera on first base.
Yeah. Kingsley Pujols had his first home run on the night, his first grand slam of the season, his first home run. 7 RBIs now on the season for Pujols.
Another reason you got Pujols in the game is the regular catcher has been called up, Juan Apodaca.
I think I have info on that. Let's see. Apodaca went to the AAA team, the Las Vegas Area 51.
That's right. So he can get beat soundly by the Stingers every time.
Beat soundly.
Beat soundly.
All-encompassingly beat.
I believe the Stingers are beating everybody. They are in first place in the PCL, the Pacific Coast League, AAA.
There's the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and a high fastball, strike 3. So Pujols strikes out swinging way behind that one. And the second strikeout on the night for Robert Mosebach. And now the Raptors have 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. They still lead 6-2, still have a runner on first base. And now batting back at the top of the lineup, number 3, Adam Godwin, the left fielder from Enterprise, Alabama.
And Adam Godwin 0 for 2 tonight. Still checking the runner over there at first base, throwing over to Trumbo, make sure Rivera stayed. Godwin is flied out to center, lined out to second in second at bat, but comes into the game batting .345.
All right. That's pretty good. That
sums it up.
Yeah. Second highest on the team. Well, his lineup tonight, actually. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Low looping curve, catching the outside corner. Strike 1. 0-1 count now for Godwin.
That was a good place to start that at bat.
We were talking about Juan Apodaca. On his birthday, he just turned 19. On his birthday, he hit two home runs, two-run home runs on his birthday.
There's a ball to Stacia at shortstop. They'll go for the force out at second, and that'll do it for the inning.
That ends it. That's 3 outs. So the Raptors are leading 6-2. Come on back for the top of the 5th after this.
Oh, no. Oh.
Hello, you've reached the Satellite Emergency Service. We've located your position. How can I help you?
Yeah, I spilled my Diet Pepsi. The whole thing spilled out on the side of the road. It's empty.
and I'm still thirsty.
Okay, Miss Harvey, was the Diet Pepsi full or half empty?
I still had at least 3/4 of it left.
Mm-hmm. Are you walking or biking?
Biking.
How familiar are you with the area?
Not very.
You're facing southbound?
Yes.
All right, go 1.3 miles. You'll see a dog chasing a mailman. Take a right. There'll be a gas station with a mini mart on the left-hand side. You'll be able to purchase another Diet Pepsi there.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Is there anything else I can help you with today?
I don't have my wallet on me.
Double check your left pocket. There's some lint and $1 and change.
The Diet Pepsi Satellite Emergency Service provides you with the safety and security no other soft drink can. Subscribe today and enjoy Diet Pepsi wherever you go. Light, crisp, refreshing. Diet Pepsi.
Everybody wants to be recognized for their accomplishments. From Little League to the pros, Employee of the Month to Salesperson of the Year, awards are a great way of saying you're a superstar. If you have a superstar on your team or at work, contact Payson Sports and Trophy. They feature a winning selection of awards, plaques, and trophies, as well as custom engraving and quantity discounts. Find them in your Yellow Pages or stop by at 15 East 100 North in Payson. Payson Sports and Trophy, blue ribbon quality and service.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. Thanks so much for tuning in. We are in the top of the 5th inning. The Raptors leading 6-2 over the Owls. Now batting for the Owls is Heinley Stacia. His first pitch is a curveball, low and outside for ball 1. 1-0 is the count. The Owls got another run scored in thanks to a single RBI from Josh Coles, bringing in Flint Albano.
And that was their last at bat in the top of the 4th.
There's a 1-0 pitch to Stacia. Gets a hold of it high. Pop fly going deep into right field. Underneath it is right fielder Richmond. Makes a snag almost by the warning track back there. Darn it. 1 out now. The Owls here in the top of the 5th. Raptors still leading 6-2. And now batting for the Owls will be Billy Boyer, second baseman. So far, Boyer tonight reached on a drop strike 3 and then was walked. An interesting way to get on bases.
So his on-base percentage is pretty good. But,
yeah.
He is 0 for 1 with a walk tonight.
All right. Boyer tonight, batting .280 coming into the game. Last played with the Mesa Angels, acquired in 2003. Boyer's leading his team with 7 home runs. Bam, 21 RBIs. There's the 0-0 pitch. Gets a hold of it. Grounder to the third baseman, Mitchell. Mitchell bobbles it, tries to scoop it up. There's the throw.
Off the bag.
Whoa, way ahead of the bag there. And first baseman Tailoa had to dive in front of his bag to get it. And Billy Boyer, safe on first, reached on an error by the third baseman.
Call it an error.
Cool. So the first error on the night for the Ogden Raptors. Now we have 1, they have 1, so we're even. 1 out.
Well, I guess, yeah. Hopefully this comes back to bite them. The error by Mark Trumbo last inning really didn't cause any damage. They got out of the inning okay. The home run ball had already come.
Now batting is Brett Martinez. His first pitch, he fouls down the third base line. Strike 1. 0-1 count, 1 out. Runner on first base. Martinez at the plate right now for the Owls. Martinez blooper grounded out his first at bat and then popped out to left field his last at bat. He's batting .313 coming into the game. That's the highest in the lineup tonight for the Owls.
A lot of batters slumping for the Owls. You had a lot of batters that were above 300 just last week, thrown over to first base, making sure Boyer stayed. Heinley Stacia batting over 300 most of the season is only batting .282 coming into the night.
Yeah. We hadn't seen him drop below 300 yet.
Trumbo had been batting over 300 for a good stretch there, and now he's only at 280.
There's the 0-1 grounder to the second baseman. There's a toss to the second base and toss to first. That's a double play from the Ogden Raptors. That was the 5-8-12 double play. Oh, that's a double play anyway. That ends the top of the 5th. Raptors leading 6-2.
This is the true story of flying wolverines. Once there was a smart doctor named Dr. Smart. One day at Utah Valley State College, Dr. Smart met some wolverines who wanted to learn to fly, but they had no wings. Dr. Smart said, "I can give you wings," and he started a professional flight school for the wolverines. He saw how the industry was growing, so he made room for more wolverines in his school. Soon he had a full staff of instructors and a fleet of aircraft to help teach hundreds of wolverines in Utah Valley. There were hundreds of other Wolverines, though, living all over the country who wanted to learn to fly at such a great school. Dr. Smart told them, wings for you, too. Then he did something very unique. He made aviation courses available online. Suddenly, Wolverines living far away could train at flight schools right in their own backyards and earn their bachelor's degrees from UVSC. Today, thanks to Dr. Smart and UVSC's Global Aviation Program, there are flying Wolverines all over the world. You can learn about them at uvscaviation.com.
This message sponsored by the Salt Lake Radio Broadcasters Association.
When a medical emergency occurs, the minutes it takes for help to arrive can be the most important minutes in saving a person's life. Do you know what to do in a life-threatening situation? Save a Heart of Utah provides daily private and public classes in CPR and first aid, including the new automatic external defibrillator. The classes are interactive, practical, enjoyable, and may just be the most important 2 hours you ever spend. Make sure you know what to do in an emergency. Call Save a Heart Utah at 582-7114.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. Thanks for tuning in. We're now in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Raptors still leading 6-2 over the Owls. Still pitching over there for the Orem Owls, Robert Mosebach. So far, Mosebach with 2 strikeouts in the night and a walk. He's allowed a couple home runs and a couple singles.
That's right. Mosebach coming in for 5th inning on the night. We do have some action in both bullpens, more action in the Owls than in the Raptors bullpen.
Yeah. Now batting for the Raptors, we're at the second guy in the lineup, Jesus Soto, the second baseman. And here comes Soto's 0-0 pitch. Swing and a miss and a slow curve inside. Strike one. Nice pitch. He was way ahead of that one. 0-1 count now. No outs yet. No runners on base. Soto at the plate for the Raptors.
We've seen a few times Moose using the slow curveball to establish the count. Either a curveball outside gets him to swing,
right,
or a curveball just well placed, dropping in the strike zone for a strike.
There's the 0-1 to Soto. This time curveball outside, just like Chris said, and he swings and reaches for it. Strike two. Hard swing from Soto. 0-2 count.
Soto's 0 for 2 tonight. Ground out, fly out. Came into the night batting .302, but he does have 27 strikeouts in this 139 at bats. That's about 1 in every 5 or so.
I don't know. There's the 0-2 pitch.
I'm the rain man here. So.
There it is. Another swing and a miss and a high fastball. 1-2-3. Strikes, you're out. So Soto strikes out swinging. The third strikeout on the night for Robert Mosebach. And now the Raptors have 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th, still leading 6-2. And now batting for the Raptors, number 43, David Sutherland, the designated hitter from Queensland, Australia. Last night we saw Sutherland face Brendan Wilson, our Australian pitcher.
Couple Aussies.
Couple Aussie matchup. There's the 0-0 pitch to Sutherland. High pop fly in the left field. It's still in the air. Hindley Stacia calls for the catch and makes the snag in shallow center field. Nice play there. 2 outs now for the Raptors here in the bottom of the 5th. They're still leading 6-2. And now batting for the Raptors, number 37, Russ Mitchell, the third baseman from Cantorsville, Georgia.
Well, this is the regular Moose that we see. We've seen a little bit different every inning.
Yeah.
He only gave up 1 run last inning on that home run. Other than that, he was very good.
Yeah.
But the only making a couple mistakes there was the second inning. And it wasn't even that bad. There was that blooper,
right?
Bad hop to third.
And the ball 4 walk.
And then there was another blooper infield single that Albino couldn't get to at third.
There's the 0-0 pitch. It's inside with a curveball. Ball 1 for Mitchell. 1-0 count. 2 outs. No runners on base. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Mitchell. This time way outside. Curveball going. That was the slider? I don't know. That was the slider.
Slider in the dirt. So 2 balls, no strikes.
Okay.
You know, had that second inning been a little bit different with a little bit extra defensive help, I'm not saying Albano did anything terrible out there. Those were hard balls to get to, but had he come up with them, it could be a very different ball game. Maybe a 2-1 game in favor of the Owls right now.
There's the 2-0. Nice curve on the outside corner, catching it. 2-1 is the count now for Mitchell, watching that one go by. 2-1 count, 2 outs. Mitchell is the name of the character on Dennis the Menace. That's his last name.
No.
Mr. Mitchell.
Oh, Mr. Wilson.
No, that's Dennis's dad. Dennis's last name is Mitchell, I believe.
That's right.
Is it?
And that one, a curveball, dropping in for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Here's the pitch. Tried to check his swing and an outside ball to drop strike 3. He runs. Martinez throws to first base. There's the throw. Got him out at first base. Nice play by Martinez. He was way back on the backstop, and he made the throw all the way across to Mark Trumbo, getting out number 3. That ends the bottom of the 5th. Raptors still leading 6-2.
Okay, I have got to know. How do you keep your house so clean? You have pets and kids, and yet your house is always spotless. So tell me, what's your secret?
It's no secret. It's the Clean Home. I have them come in once a week, which saves me from cleaning on the weekends and gives me more time with the kids. The Clean Home is one of the best investments I've ever made. For daily, weekly, or monthly service, give them a call. They're in your yellow pages and online at thecleanhome.com. The Clean Home, because we all have better things to do.
I'm here at Utah Valley State College with new president William Cederberg. Mr. Cederberg, why is UVSC your choice?
UVSC is my choice because it's a dynamic institution. The faculty are very strong. It's located in a community with strong values, a community committed to higher education, and I think the future is extremely bright here. So as I look at it, I really didn't want to go to a school that was just maintaining the status quo. I wanted to be a school that was in transition, that was exciting, that was happening.
Okay. As president, what are your plans?
My largest job as president is to help the school and the members of this UVSC community establish a direction for the future, and then to go out and rally support for that direction. I think the future is extremely bright, and UVSC is definitely my choice for the future.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. I was just scared out of my mind for a second there. In these booths here in Ogden, windows between each of the booths so they can hand stuff through just got opened wildly. And
wait a second, we can't open it from our side, can we?
No,
just them from their side.
Just them. They
control the window.
It's like, who rang that bell? No one can see the press box manager. Not no one, not no how. We're in the top of the sixth inning. The Raptors are leading 6-2. Again, starting off this inning, Mark Trumbo, first baseman from Anaheim, California.
Might have a little bit more luck against this right-handed pitcher.
New pitcher for the Ogden Raptors. This guy looks like...
really looks tall. Looks like he throws with the right hand. It's number 11.
Now pitching for the Ogden Raptors, number 11, David Horlatcher. David Horlatcher.
Spell that, please.
Horlacher.
C-H-E-R? Horlatcher?
C-H-E-R.
Okay, we'll call him Horlatcher.
All right.
Good enough.
Here comes his first pitch to Mark Trumbo, the 0-0. Curveball outside and low. Ball 1, 1-0 count. Horlatcher is from St. George, Utah. Interesting. Hey, he's 6'3", acquired in the 8th round in 2005. Here's his 1-0 pitch to Trumbo. Another one, same spot, low and outside. Ball 2, 2-0 count.
That's a pretty high round. You know what's interesting, now we talked about rounds for a second. This is a big week in baseball. Not for the players themselves still playing, but it is the induction to Cooperstown, the Baseball Hall of Fame this week, and there are 4 inductees this year. That one is swing and a miss for strike 1 to Mark Trumbo. 2 balls, 1 strike. One of the inductees is Ryan Sandberg, who's a longtime second baseman for the Chicago Cubs, and he was a 20th draft pick in his when he was picked. And so you never know. Yeah, that's pretty low. Well, somewhere right there in the middle of the draft.
The 2-1 pitch is inside with a fastball for ball 3. So the 3-1 count now. No outs, no runners on base. Trumbo at the plate for the Owls here in the top of the 6th. Here comes Trumbo's 3-1 pitch. Lets it fly. Gets a hold of it. Grounder to the shortstop, Justice. Justice has to spin around, but still makes the throw to first.
Great play.
Gets him out at first base
for
there.
the other team.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing. The first baseman, Taloa, kept his left foot on the bag and snagged that one out of the air to get the out at first base. Too bad.
Very good stretch, but very good range for shortstop. Justice. No, sorry, that's Rivera in there. Rivera to get as far over as that to get to the ball.
Wow.
And now batting for the Owls is Flint Whipke, the catcher or the designated hitter tonight. He's singled and struck out.
First pitch is a curveball outside for ball 1, low. 1-0 count, 1 out, no runners on base. Whipke at the plate out for the Owls. Here comes Whipke's 1-0 pitch, and fouls that one into the Owls' dugout. Strike 1, 1-1 count.
See a lot of players flinch over there as it bounces off that screen. Got to be careful. Comes at them fast, but good reflexes. That's why they're baseball players. Some of them infielders.
Here's the 1-1 pitch to Whipke. That one fouled off as well. Strike 2.
Well, keeping going with the Cooperstown information tonight, the 4 inductees, 2 of them are players. Ryan Sandberg got put in on the ballot, and Wade Boggs, longtime third baseman. He played with the Red Sox and Yankees and finished up with the Devil Rays. Found it interesting, Wade Boggs ended up pitching 2 innings in his major league career, 2 different appearances. That one a single through the gap on the left side of the infield. And Whipkey's on for the second time tonight.
Beautiful. Nice hit by Whipkey there. Just getting past third baseman Mitchell out there for the Raptors. So now with one out, the Owls have a runner on first base. And now coming to the plate, Marco Albano.
Well, these are some of the numbers you got to look at if you want to get into the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
See, Wade Boggs played 18 seasons, 3,010 career hits, a .328 career batting average.
Wow.
He 12-time All-Star, 2-time Gold Gloves, 8 Silver Slugging Awards, and 5-time batting champion in the American League.
There's the 0-0 to Albano. High fastball inside, ball 1-0 count, 1 out, runner on first.
We'll put that in perspective a little bit with the All-Star appearances. Joe DiMaggio has 12 All-Star appearances.
Oh, wow.
Longtime center fielder for the Yankees. Mickey Mantle has 10.
There's the 1-0 to Albano. Fouls that one off. Strike one, 1-1 count.
And so today, as part of his little ceremony, the Yankees have a game, in New York. Cooperstown is in New York, and so he got on a police horse with a constable and rode around the field at Yankee Stadium this morning.
Here's the 1-1 to Albano. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. Strike 2. That one coming inside a little bit. 1-2 count. 1 out. Runner is still on first base.
Well, Ryan Sandberg, similar. He played 16 seasons, 2,386 career hits, 285 career average, 10-time All-Star, 9 Gold Gloves, 1 MVP in 1984 was National League MVP, 7 Silver Slugger Awards, and he only played with 2 teams, 1 year with Philadelphia, then went to the Cubs for the rest of his career.
There's the 1-2 to Albano, slow curve, and he cracks it foul down the third base line, just barely along the line. Still the 1-2 count for Albano.
And what's funny about the Cooperstown is some years nobody make it in. It's not like there's a set number we have to allow 5 in this year or something like that. It depends on the ballots. In fact, you get voted on every year, and you have to receive a certain amount of votes to even stay on the ballot for the next year.
Wow.
If you don't get that amount,
and who's doing the voting?
It's a combination of sports writers, Associated Press.
Okay.
I think there's some other players or old managers, kind of an alumni group.
Sure.
We'll let you in our group kind of thing.
The canon. 1-2 count to Albano. Runner on first, 1 out. Here's comes his pitch, and fouls that one over the right field wall there. Still strike 2. Albano so far fought off 4 foul pitches, and still with the 1-2 count, doing a great job. Albano tonight struck out swinging, had a single his last at bat.
Yeah, he's kind of like Whipkey. Single and a strikeout.
Yeah.
Well, Whipkey's got 2 singles now. See if Albano can match him.
Yeah. Do it, Albano. Do it.
Come on, Albano. Here's and we were going to say the same thing. 1, 2, 3.
Here it comes, the 1-2 pitch. High fastball, swing and a miss. There's the throw to first base, and gets Whipkey out at first there with the tag. Interesting. That's 3 outs. That ends the top of the 6th. Raptors still leading 6-2. Darn it.
Are you hungry for great tasting Mexican food? Take a time out and stop by a local Beto's. Have you tried our burritos and chimichangas? People are voting Beto's food as numero uno in Utah. Beto's has 15 convenient locations in Utah. Most of our restaurants are open 24 hours to satisfy your craving anytime. Check us out on the web at betosmex.com. Stop by any participating Beto's location and receive a Vote for Beto's punch card, which could entitle you to free food. Holy frijoles! It's Beto's time.
Insure both your car and home with us through Auto Owners Insurance, and we'll save you money. That's right. With Auto Owners Multiple Policy Discount, when you insure both your car, home, mobile home, or condominium, we'll save you time and money by consolidating all of your insurance needs with the no-problem company. Auto Owners Insurance.
For a free comparison, contact Western States Insurance Agency in Spanish Fork on Center Street across from City Park. Western States Insurance. Our customers are first class, just like our service. Find us in the yellow pages under insurance.
If the Owls are going to compete for the Pioneer League Championship, they're going to need an ace on the staff to lead the way. If you're thinking of buying a home or refinancing, you need an ace of your own. Look no further than Ace Mortgage Company. Our creative loan consultants offer the best terms and unsurpassed professional service. We ensure you get the loan that best suits your needs. Give us a call today at 426-5757. That's 426-5757. Ace Mortgage Company. Absolute commitment to excellence.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. Thanks for tuning in. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Raptors leading 6-2. We've had a pitching change out there for your Orem Owls. Now pitching is Kelly Shearer coming out of the bullpen. Kelly Shearer, number 22. He comes in with a record of 0-2, 2.73 ERA on 29 2/3 innings pitched.
You don't often see a pitcher go 0-2 on a 2.73 ERA. He pitches well. Kelly Shearer has been in the starting rotation for a long time for the Owls. Moved back to the bullpen tonight, and I wouldn't be surprised if this is the only pitcher we see for the rest of the night. Should he come out and do well.
20 strikeouts in the season for Shearer, 13 walks. He'll be facing this inning for the Raptors, number 17, B.J. Richmond, then Andrew Locke, then Rick Taloa. So here comes Richmond, and this guy with his high stance doesn't crouch down at all. Here comes Richmond's 0-0 pitch. What was that?
That was a strike. They call it a strike, but perhaps it swept across the plate. Ended up pretty far off the plate is what I thought. A curveball.
There's the 0-1. Same place, but this one he gets a hold of and cracks his bat. It's to second baseman Boyer, the grounder. There's the throw to Trumbo, getting out at first base. Nice play. 1 out now for the Raptors here in the bottom of the 6th, still leading 6-2. Now batting for the Raptors, Andrew Locke, the left fielder.
Locke singled and had a solo home run his last at bat. 5th home run on the season.
Shearer's last appearance, let's see. He was still 0 for 1.
0-1.
0-1, sorry.
And I believe that was against Helena. Did he come in last?
I can't remember.
No. It must have been Casper he pitched against.
Here comes the 0-0 pitch to Locke. And inside with the fastball, ball 1, 1-0 count.
The starting pitchers tonight, Pfeiffer and Mosebach, both out of the games now. They both ended up pitching 5 innings. The 0-1 or 1-0 pitch, and that's a strike fastball on the inside corner. Pfeiffer gave up 5 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. Mosebach, on the other hand, also gave up 5 hits, 6 earned runs, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts.
The 1-1 pitch is a fastball inside. Martinez almost loses it. Ball 2. 2-1 count now for Locke. Shearer, pitcher for the Owls now, his last appearance. He pitched 4 innings in 1 game. He allowed 1 earned run. There's the 2-1 pitch. Grounder to shortstop Heinle Stacia. There's the throw to Trumbo at first, getting him out at first base. Nice play. That is 2 outs now for the Raptors here in the bottom of the 6th. They still lead 6-2 over the Owls.
So he's got him with grounders so far. And coming to the plate now, Rick Taloa, first baseman for the Ogden Raptors, reached on a fielder's choice and then struck out his last at-bat to drive in a run and scored on the grand slam.
That's right. Here comes the 0-0 pitch to Taloa. Gets a hold of it. Grounder to second baseman Boyer. Boyer misses it. It goes into center field. Boyer tried to grab it backhanded, running to his right towards second base, and that one got past him. And looks like they still ruled that just a hit.
Oh, yeah, that was a hard one for Boyer to get to. It was just out of his range, so definitely that was a hit. And a runner now on first base with Taloa on first for the Ogden Raptors.
All right, still 2 outs for the Raptors, and now batting will be Juan Rivera. Came in for Shane Justice, who was hit by a pitch. Here's the 0-0 pitch to Rivera. Slow looping curve, swings on it. Strike 1, 0-1 count. That one coming inside to Rivera, right-handed batter.
Rivera reached on an error his first at-bat. Was on base earlier and scored a run because he got the pinch run for the hit batter earlier. And that's a swing and a miss.
0-2 count already. Sorry. Shearer pitching for the Owls out there. Last outing, 5 strikeouts, 3 walks, 1 earned run off of 4 innings pitched. And before that, the last time he pitched 10 innings. No, that's not possible.
No.
Oh, that's for the whole total, the last 10 games.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he had 2 appearances there. One of them 4 innings, one of them 6 innings maybe?
Yeah, so 6 for the other one. All right, here comes the 1-2 pitch. Grounder to second baseman Boyer. Underneath the runner, there's the throw to Trumbo at first. Gets him out at first base. That's 3 outs. That ends the bottom of the 6th. Raptors still leading 6-2.
Today, more and more people are insuring their homes with us through Auto Owners Insurance. We'll provide low-cost, quality protection, claim service that is second to none, and if you insure both your home and car through Auto Owners Insurance, you'll qualify for additional premium discounts.
Find out more at Blue Mountain Insurance, located on University Avenue in Provo. Give them a call at 373-SAVE. That's 373-7283. Blue Mountain Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance. The no-problem people.
Welcome to the Pepsi Theater Minute. Today, the story of Langusto and Pesto.
Ah, Langusto.
Oh, Pesto.
Cacciatore, lasagna, gorgonzola.
Oh, linguini, la carbonara, calzone.
Scalupini, tortellini al pomodoro, bruschetta, prosciutto, ricotta. Pepsi.
Pepsi, cappellini, salame, pancetta. Pepsi, mortadella.
Calzone. Pepsi.
Pepsi? Ravioli, scaloppine, minestrone, prosciutto.
Pepsi e scaloppine.
Linguini, cannelloni, maccheroni, gnocchi, gorgonzola.
Gorgonzola. Bologna.
Spaghetti.
Antipasti.
Parmigiano, provolone, mozzarella, pezzi.
Langusto, calamari. Langusto. Pepsi.
Pepsi, food's good. Pepsi, it's the cola.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. Thanks so much for tuning in. We're in the top of the 7th inning. The Raptors still lead 6-2 over the Owls. No runs scored in the last 2 innings. New pitcher for the Ogden Raptors. Now pitching. It looks like number 20 to me. I can't
20
really
or 29.
It's probably...
He's another right-hander.
Let's see. I don't see a 20 or 29. 25?
30. Right, 30.
30.
36. There we go.
Oh, gosh.
We got it.
That took long
I
enough.
was way off.
Now pitching for the Ogden Raptors, number 36, John Malone. John Malone from Lenexa, Kansas, acquired in the 5th round in 2005. He's 6'3", right-handed pitcher, John Malone. The third pitcher on the night for the Ogden Raptors.
They're going 1-1-1-1. We've got no action in our bullpen.
No.
I think they're going to let Shearer pitch for a bit. He's very accustomed to the long outings, so he could easily go the 4 innings to finish off the game for the Orem Owls.
And now batting for the Owls, number 19, Anderson Rosario, the right fielder. So far, Rosario is 2 for 2 on the night with a triple and a single. Here's his 0-0 pitch. The fastball catching the outside corner, watches it go by for strike 1. 0-1 count now for Rosario.
Rosario has driven in one of the 2 Owls runs tonight. The Owls still trailing 6-2 here.
Malone, pitcher for the Raptors, comes into the game with a record of 0-0. Here's 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss and a slow curve on the outside. Strike 2 for Rosario. Hard swing. 0-2 count. No outs, no runners on base. Malone, pitcher for the Raptors, 3.46 ERA, 13 innings pitched, 19 strikeouts, 5 walks for Malone, pitcher for the Raptors now. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Rosario. High fastball inside. Ball 1. 1-2 count.
Let me look at those numbers. I want to see that.
Go ahead.
John Malone.
See for yourself.
All right, fine. You're right.
I'm never wrong.
Okay.
You can quote me on that.
I'm never wrong.
Here's the 1-2 pitch to Rosario, and fouls that one back into his own leg. Still strike 2. 1-2 is the count. No outs yet. No runners on base.
Takes an extra stretch there. They draw a pretty good crowd here in Ogden. Stadium packed again. I think they lead the league in attendance on a consistent basis.
The first night we were here was about 4,000. Last night about 2,500. Here's the 2-2 to Rosario. Swing and a miss and a fastball. Strike 3. Rosario strikes out swinging. The first strikeout on the night for this new pitcher for the Raptors, Malone. So now it's 1 out for the Owls here in the top of the 7th. Raptors still leading 6-2. Now batting for the Owls. Like
a change out there.
Bradley Kuhn coming in for Josh Coles. Bradley Kuhn now batting for the Owls. His first at-bat tonight. Kuhn comes into the game batting .310. 11 RBIs. No home runs yet on the season.
There was a
triple,
streak
1 double.
a streak where Brad Kuhn was doing great. A lot of singles and stuff, and going 4 for 5, 3 for 4. Couldn't keep him off the bases. And he reached his average up to about 346 or so. Slumping a little bit here, but still batting over 300 and a very, very good on-base percentage.
There's the 0-0. He goes for the bunt, but it gets past him on the outside. Didn't pull back in time. Strike 1. 0-1 count for Kuhn. Kuhn played last night. He was 0 for 5, though, in the game last night.
I see.
0-1 count. 1 out. No runners on base. Here's the pitch. And checks his swing. Not good enough. Inside with a fastball.
No.
So now the 0-2 count for Kuhn. On that last one, the infield was quite close to the grass.
I wonder when we talk over each other what it sounds like at home. If people are like, what are they saying? Is that a different language? Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Outside curve.
Goes down.
Man. So another strikeout. That's 2 in a row so far for Malone, new pitcher for the Raptors.
I don't like him.
And now 2 outs for the
Am I allowed to say that?
Sure. Say whatever you want. But
what I don't like is the situation.
Of course.
Two batters
He's
go
probably
down.
a fine young man.
Upstanding, good morals. And a young lady would be lucky. And Sandra Smith comes to the plate now for the Owls.
2 outs, no runners on base. Here's the 0-0 pitch to Smith. Way outside with a fastball. ball one. 1-0 count for Smith.
But what I was thinking is, as we talk over each other, I wonder if people are like, is that another language, like German?
Yeah, it might.
Like, I mean, I don't know how to speak German, but it sounds like barnyard animals out there.
Yeah, let's make fun of what Germans speak, Chris.
Well, everybody makes fun of Americans, and there's a swing and a miss, strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike to Stantrell Smith. I went around Venezuela for 2 years, and all the little kids went, watchy, watchy, watchy. To them, English sounds like that. Watchy,
really?
Watchy, watchy, watchy.
There's the 1-1, and fouls that one over the right field grandstand. Strike 2 for Smith, reaching on that high fastball. 1-2 count now. There was another language I heard that, another culture that when they listened to America, all they heard, listen to English, all they heard was the sh, because they didn't have the sh sound. So all they heard us say was sh.
Maybe it's the sound that you don't have as prevalent in your own language.
There's the 1-2, swing and a miss, and a slow curve outside, strike 3. And Malone strikes out the side. That's 3 outs. That ends the top of the 7th. Raptors still leading 6-2.
The United States Air Force salutes the athletes competing in today's game. They know in sports, like in life, you have to step up to the challenge to succeed. If you have high aspirations and want to be part of another champion team, join the United States Air Force. You'll receive training in a variety of fields and become part of an elite group of men and women dedicated to the service of this great country. Call 1-800-423-USAF or log on to airforce.com. The United States Air Force. Cross into the blue.
One of the unsung heroes at the ballpark is the groundskeeping crew, and it's up to them to ensure the field looks its best on game day. While your yard may not take the same pounding as the turf at a baseball stadium, it still deserves professional care. More Utah County residents rely on the pros at Frederico Landscaping Incorporated. They're now celebrating their 25th year of providing custom residential landscaping. For all your landscaping needs, including water features and grounds maintenance, you can rely on Frederico Landscaping. See their work online at fredericolandscaping.com.
Tacos.
Burgers.
Tacos.
Burgers.
What about pasta? No time.
Sure there is. At Fazoli's, we can build our own pasta starting at just $2.99. It's super fast and super fresh. In about the same time as it takes for a greasy burger, we can build an Italian masterpiece like spaghetti and spicy marinara.
Spicy marinara?
Yep.
Fazoli's. Cool, let's pick up Cindy.
Karen. Cindy. No, man.
Fazoli's. Faster, fresher, better.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. Thanks for tuning in. We're in the bottom of the 7th here at Lindquist Field against the Ogden Raptors. The Raptors are leading 6-2. Very sad inning last time. The last 3 of the lineup for the Owls were struck out by the new batter Malone. New pitcher Malone is awful.
Well, 2 of those batters have quite a few strikeouts coming into the game. They're kind of free swingers, been successful with it, but sometimes it burns them like those strikeouts.
Now batting for the Raptors is, who's this? Kenchil Pujols, the catcher. Here's his 1-0 pitch. Grounds that one to Boyer at second. There's a throw to Trumbo out at first base. Nice play. That's 1 out. The Raptors now. Why can't I put a thought together? 1 out now for the Raptors here on the bottom of the 7th.
Soda pop, Joey. You got to lay off it.
Raptors leading 6-2. And now batting for the Raptors will be number 3, Adam Godwin, the top of the lineup. Still pitching for the Owls, Kelly Shearer just came in last inning.
And Kelly Shearer's been all ground out so far.
Yeah.
Did allow a single last inning, but everything's been on the ground. Ground.
Here comes the 0-0 pitch to Godwin. Fastball inside, ball 1. 1-1 count. That one hitting low. 1-0 count. 1 out. No runners on base yet. Godwin at the plate right now for the Raptors. Here's his 1-0 pitch, slow curve, high and outside, ball 2, 2-0 count.
We've had some very uneventful innings here. Since the 4th, there's been no score, only 1 hit in that time, I believe.
There's the 2-0, high pop fly fouled over the right field wall. Strike 1 for Godwin, 2-1 count, 1 out. Godwin tonight popped out, lined out, ground out. He is batting .345, though, coming into the game. He was acquired in the 11th round in 2005. Here comes Godwin's 2-1 pitch. Shearer lets it fly. And this one he gets a hold of high pop fly into right field. And nice. Right fielder Rosario makes the catch over there by the right field foul line, getting out number 2. Nice play hustling to his left. That's 2 outs now for the Raptors here in the bottom of the 7th. They still lead 6-2 over the Owls. And now batting for the Raptors, Jesus Soto, the second baseman.
Jesus Soto comes up after grounding out to shortstop, flied out to center, and struck out, so he has not reached yet tonight. Came into the game batting .302 with his 5 home runs and 21 RBIs.
Here's the 0-0 pitch to Soto. Goes for the bunt. He's running at it, and that one gets past him, strike one. It looks like it bounced off the bottom of his bat towards the backstop. I've never seen that. He ran straight ahead towards the pitcher.
Well, what they want to do is be able to get a good start out of the box, get the bunt down, and just start charging. Something like Ichiro Suzuki does with his singles. He'll just slap the bat out there and be running as he swings.
There's the 0-1, grounder to Boyer at second. There's the throw to Trumbo. Out number 3, same deal, ground out for Jesus Soto. That's 3 outs. That ends the bottom of the 7th. Raptors still leading 6-2.
Hey fans, have you poured concrete lately? Did you order 8 yards and only use 6? Did you have to pay for what you didn't use? Do you want an alternative? Then log on to gotconcrete.com. We deliver fresh concrete mixed right on your site from as little as a quarter yard to 8 yards. No more calculating exactly or ordering an extra half yard to be safe. We service customers from Santa Quinn to Point of the Mountain. Find us at gotconcrete.com.
I'm here with Alex Nibley and Amanda Pettingill, an instructor and a student from Amber's Battle, the new movie shot at Utah Valley State College. So, Alex, what were your roles on this project?
I wrote the script for Amber's Battle, and I was one of the 2 professors that put together what came to be called the Digital Cinema Boot Camp.
You learn an immense amount, something that you can't be taught in the classroom.
During that time, we produced 2 movies and 1 television show. You know, it's real filmmaking. It's not just kids running around with video cameras.
Amanda, what is it like to be female in this industry?
You are in smaller numbers, but in a way you can use it to your advantage because women will stick out more.
What is the future for film at UVSC?
UVSC has set its sights on becoming the premier film training institution in Utah, if not the whole Intermountain West, and I think they can become one of the best in the country.
I enjoy working on these productions, and that is why UVSC is my choice.
For teaching film production, UVSC is my choice.
Pioneer Radio and Sports would like to thank the following businesses who are committed to customer service.
This Owlz broadcast brought to you in part by Ray's American Car Care Center, by Frederico Landscaping, exceeding your expectations since 1980, by the United States Air Force, Cross, Into the Blue, by Bay Ling Insurance Agency, Payson's hometown agency for over 30 years, and by Triple T Heating and Cooling, comfort from our family to yours.
1400 K-Star is KSRR Provo.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. Thanks for tuning in. We're in the top of the 8th inning. The Raptors leading 6-2. Batting right now for the Owls is Heinley Stacia. Here comes his 0-0 pitch. Gets a hold of it out in the left field. Looks like it's going fair. Back on the warning track and bounces in the dirt fair along the left field line. There goes Stacia to second base with a stand-up double off the first pitch. Beautiful job. That was a high fastball that he cracked out in the left field, all the way back in the dirt.
Yeah, he had to reach, went the other way with it, but he got it pretty well on that end of the bat to keep it fair and all the way down into that corner.
Beautiful. So now a runner on second base. No outs yet here in the top of the 8th, and now batting for the Owls will be number 7, Billy Boyer.
Owls still trailing here in the top of the 8th, 6-2.
Yeah.
We've got a runner on. Try to do some damage here.
Pitcher checks his runner. There's the 0-0 to Boyer. Slow curveball inside, just dropping inside the strike zone. Strike 1. 0-1 count for Boyer. Still pitching out there for the Raptors and Malone. Malone doing a lot of damage so far to us.
Yeah, struck out the side last inning.
There's the 0-1 to Boyer, and swings before that slow curve on the outside. Strike 2. 0-2 count now for Boyer.
That's about off-speed stuff.
These Owls broadcasts are brought to you by The Clean Home. A clean home is a luxurious home. J&J Services, Got Concrete, All-Star Garage, Marcon Incorporated, Sportsman'sWarehouse.com, Ace Mortgage, Blue Mountain Insurance, SOS Staffing Services, and Escape Motorsports. There's the 0-2 pitch, high fastball outside, ball 1 for Boyer, 1-2 count. The home run for all your garage door needs is All-Star Garage. All-Star Garage introduces its latest innovation in garage door remodeling, the virtual photo, which allows an on-site preview of your new garage door with instant before and after photos before you make the purchase. There's the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss and an inside curve, strike 3 for Boyer, and Boyer strikes out swinging. That's 1 out now for the Owls here in the top of the 8th. Still a runner on second. Raptors leading 6-2.
Now Brett Martinez will come to the plate. Brett Martinez had grounded out, flied out, and grounded into a double play. Came into the night batting .313, but has not reached base yet tonight.
That's All-Star Garage. If we can't fix it, we won't charge you. 763-1114. Here's the 0-0 pitch to Martinez. Curve outside. Ball 1. 1-0 count. 1 out. Runner on second base. I'm just going to do those later. That's too hard. It's too confusing to do them in the midst of all the action, yeah.
Well, let's hope for good action here, and that will give us maybe a chance for a release situation or something like that. Up calls time, and all right, Martinez steps out of the box. A few extra swings.
Martinez is 0 for 3 in the night. Did you already say that?
I did. Not exactly those words, though. Some people like to hear it a special way.
There's the 1-0 pass ball on the outside.
Aisha advances to third.
Cool. Aisha gets a third on that passed ball. Ball 2 for Martinez, 2-0 in account. The attendance tonight here at the Lindquist Field out in Ogden, Utah is 4,497 people. Wow.
Well, this team's been here for a long time, and I think that's one of the reasons for the big success and how many people they get out to the ballpark. They know they're here. They know they got a pretty good product, and what we've got back home with the Orem Owlz, it's so fresh. Attendance is still the product's still fresh, but it is a good product, and the attendance is increasing.
Yeah.
So a lot better than it was last year.
The 2-0 pitch is a curve inside. Martinez ducks back for ball 3. 3-0 count. 1 out. Still got a runner on third base. Excellent chance right here to get rid of some of this deficit.
Put another run on the board. Yeah. Only the 1 out. A lot of ways to score him. Of course, we need 4 to tie it.
Right.
Anything can happen, though.
We've seen it, too.
It's one of those cloudy nights, and those are the nights where anything can happen, Joey.
There's the 3-0. Fastball over the plate. Strike 1 for Martinez. Watches it go by. 3-1 count.
It was a cloudy night like this when I first fell in love with my wife. Anything can happen.
Was it really?
And, I don't remember. I was looking at her.
That's nice. There's the 3-1. Fastball inside, catching the corner. Wow.
I thought that was a ball, and so did Brett.
Interesting. Strike 2. He was going to first base on that walk, but no good.
It looked high and inside to me, so strike zone all of a sudden expanded there for home plate umpire.
3-2 count. 1 out. Runner on third base. Pitcher checks his runner at third. Here's the 3-2 to Martinez, and fouls that one off. Nice job fighting off that high fastball.
Yeah, that was a
forky pick.
Well, with the 3-2 count, you want to fight him off, but at the same time, try to keep a good eye out there if it's going to be a ball. So high fastballs, you have to work up to it as the pitcher. Depends on how you work your pitches in the count. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for a high fastball again. He was using it well with the other batters he struck out.
All right, here's the 3-2 to Martinez, and fouls that one off. That one, a fastball coming in about waist level. Still strike 2, 3-2 count for Martinez.
Yeah, it was a little bit off the plate, so fouled back and away.
Interesting.
We've got a long at bat here, what looked like was going to turn into a walk pretty quickly, and now Malone, pitching for the Raptors, has fought back to full count and get a couple of fouls.
Yeah.
Here's the delivery.
Here it comes.
No way.
Oh, come on.
Strike 3 called. Curveball hit the inside corner, and I don't think that was a strike at all. And Brett Martinez looking back, he's got a few extra words there.
So Martinez strikes out looking, and now the Owls have 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. Raptors still leading 6-2. Still got a runner on third base out there. Rosario. Is that Rosario out there?
No, that's Mark Trumbo now.
Trumbo.
No, on third. That's
on Stacia. Sorry. Oh, Stacia. Sorry. Now batting for the Owls, Mark Trumbo, first baseman.
Now 2 outs.
Trumbo's 0 for 3 in the night. Strikeout, 2 ground outs. Batting .280 coming into the game. 3 home runs, 20 RBIs. Here's the 0-0 to Trumbo. Curveball, inside 0, ball 1-0.
Well, see, that was exactly the same place.
Yeah.
Oh, they tried to throw Stacia out, leading off the bag a little bit too much and kind of being a little lazy going back to the bag, but he gets there in time, just barely. Anyways, that last pitch was the same curveball that struck out Brett Martinez. He called it a ball that time. Exactly the same place.
So now the 1-0 for Trumbo. 2 outs, runner on third. Here's the 1-0 pitch, lets it fly. Gets a hold of it high, pop fly, going over right field. Looks like second baseman calling for the catch. That's Soto. And Soto makes the catch out there in shallow right field. That's the 3rd out. That ends the top of the 8th. Raptors still leading 6-2.
With energy costs soaring higher than an Owlz homer, it's important that your cooling system is working at peak performance. So call Triple T Heating and Cooling. We feature service and repairs of all makes and models of heating and cooling systems. And come winter, we can set you up with a warm, energy-efficient gas fireplace. Serving all of Utah County, visit our showroom 1550 North Main in Spanish Fork or log on to TripleTHeating.com. Triple T Heating and Cooling. Comfort from our family to yours for over 30 years.
After watching the Orem Owls hit home runs all night, it's time to have a great reason to run home. Nothing beats a Love Sack waiting for you. Oversized sacks from Love Sack may look like huge bean bags, but they are filled with extra soft Durafoam and come in a variety of designer covers ready to match any lifestyle. But just like the Owls, a Love Sack is something you've got to see in person to really appreciate. Come stack out for yourself at the Love Sack store in the Riverwood Shopping Center in Provo, or any of the other locations across the Wasatch Front. For the original and still the best oversized sack, there's only Love Sack.
Okay, I have got to know, how do you keep your house so clean? You have pets and kids, and yet your house is always spotless. So tell me, what's your secret?
It's no secret. It's the Clean Home. I have them come in once a week, which saves me from cleaning on the weekends and gives me more time with the kids. The Clean Home is one of the best investments I've ever made. For daily, weekly, or monthly service, give them a call. They're in your yellow pages and online at thecleanhome.com. The Clean Home, because we all have better things to do.
1400 K-Star is KSRR Provo.
Welcome, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Winkman. Thanks so much for tuning in. We're now in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Raptors still lead 6-2. Still pitching out there for the Owls, Kelly Shearer. Kelly Shearer so far in the night with
pitch, gave up a hit, but that's it. He's been lights out so far. This is 3rd inning of relief. Could be the last inning if the Owls don't score in the top of the 9th. Then that would be it.
Now batting is David Sutherland for the Raptors. His first pitch is a curveball hitting the outside for ball 1. 1-0 count. No outs yet. No runners on base. Sutherland at the plate. 1 for 3 in the night. The single. Here's his 1-0. Same place. Outside. Ball 2. 2-0 count. Sutherland, a left-handed batter. Very tall guy with a high stance. Bat raised very high. Here comes Sutherland's 2-0 pitch. This one he gets a hold of. Grounder to Shearer, the pitcher. There's the throw to first baseman Trumbo. Out at first base. Nice play by Shearer, getting on the defense real quick. That's 1 out for the Raptors here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Raptors still leading 6-2. And now batting is Russ Mitchell.
This game's been moving very quickly since the 4th inning. With a lot of zeros up there. Just a couple hits. I think only 2 hits in that time.
Yeah.
We've got 1 away here in the bottom of the 8th.
Here's the 0-0 pitch to Russ Mitchell. It's a curveball on the outside. Ball 1. Russ Mitchell, a right-handed batter. That curve going away from him. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Gets a hold of it out in the right field. Looks like it's going back on the dirt. Is Rosario. Rosario makes the catch back there on the warning track. Nice catch and hustle to his left. That is 2 outs now for the Raptors here in the bottom of the 8th. Raptors still lead 6-2.
Moving quickly.
Yeah. Interesting. Now batting for the Raptors, number 17, B.J. Richmond, the right fielder. B.J. Richmond, 0 for 2 on the night.
That's right, with a walk.
Okay. I'm getting it.
Oh, he's good. You're getting it well.
There's the 0-0. Cracks that one out in the left field. Left fielder Coles underneath it, or Kuhn, sorry. Kuhn coming in for Coles. Makes the catch way back there at the wall. Out number 3. That ends the bottom of the 8th. Raptors still leading 6-2.
Out and Back is your Utah Valley source for all your family's outdoor adventure needs. Serving Utah County for over 17 years. We have a wide stock of excellent gear and clothing from Mountain Hardware, the North Face, and Sierra Designs, along with the Valley's largest selection of Chaco sandals. Whether you go camping, climbing, hiking, or mountaineering, we have what you need. Let us take care of you. Out and Back, 1797 South State Street, Orem. Bring in your Owlz ticket stub within 7 days after the game and get up to 3 pair of our $14.95 quick-dry nylon river shorts for only $4.95. Or mention this ad and get 2 pair of $6.95 outdoor socks free with any purchase over $20.
The Wolverine, or Kulalaskus, makes its den close to the I-15 freeway in Orem, Utah. Its feeding grounds on the campus of Utah Valley State College provides the Wolverine with a plentiful diet of over 32 four-year programs and an array of savory associate's degrees. But the Wolverine's an insatiable hunter and has developed an appetite for larger prey in the NCAA. Its recent forays have already disrupted Division I wildlife throughout the region. The Wolverine's a ferocious fighter, known to defeat animals several times its size. Humans should avoid confrontation with Wolverines wherever possible, yet For the sake of research, we went into the Wolverine den to record their behavior.
For decades, the cougar's been presumed by ecologists and athletic directors in Utah to be at the top of the provincial food chain. Now, with the introduction of the green and gold UVSC Wolverines into the NCAA Division I ecosystem, it's evident that, as they say, there's a new color in town.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. We are now in the top of the ninth inning. The Raptors still leading 6-2. The last chance for the Owls here to do any damage to that 4-run deficit. Pitching change out there for the Ogden Raptors. Now pitching number 5, Jose Obispo. Jose Obispo now pitching for the Raptors. He is from Habana de la Mar, Dominican Republic. Acquired as a free agent and way back in 2001. This guy, Obispo, comes into the game. The record of 0-0, 4.5 ERA, 2 innings pitched, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks. He's going against number 8, Flint Whipke right now. The first pitch he swings on, an inside fastball, strike 1 for Whipke, 0-1 count already.
And just when I thought this was just going to be one of our regular-sized games, going until around 10 o'clock, it speeds itself up, and we're almost done here. Should the Owls not score this inning, that would be it.
The 0-1 is a fastball inside for ball 1. 1-1 count now for Whipke. No outs yet, no runners on base. Whipke is 2 for 3 on the night, strikeout and 2 singles. Bam. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Whipke. Lets it fly. Oh, swing and a miss and a slow curve that's high above him. Strike 2. He had to swing way in front of that one. 1-2 count now for Whipke.
Yep, and we very quickly here, Whipke's down in the count. Behind ball and 2 strikes, and swing and a miss on that one. Curveball outside and gets him.
Whipke strikes out, swinging. The first strikeout for Obispo coming in for the Raptors on the night against his first batter. And now the Owls have 1 out here in the top of the ninth. Raptors still leading 6-2. Now batting for the Owls is Marco Albano, the third baseman. He is 1 for 3 on the night, single and 2 strikeouts.
Yeah, kind of a rough night there with the strikeouts. He did get the 1 single, though. That helps him out a little bit. Came into the game batting 205.
Yeah. His 0-0 pitch is a fastball inside and low for ball 1. 1-0 count for Albano. Here comes his next pitch. 1-0 pitch, lets it fly. Swing and a miss, outside curve. That one he was a little bit too outside and had to reach on it. Strike 1. 1-1 count now for Albano.
We're down to our last 2 outs here for the Owls.
Yeah.
We've got to get something going and something fast. The rally got to figure out what that good luck charm is. It is obvious it is not me.
I could tell you that before you came in here.
Well, it's nice to think a little bit. Encouraging thoughts.
The 1-1 is an outside breaking ball into the dirt. Ball 2 for Albano. 2-1 count. 1 out, no runners on base. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Albano. Swing and a miss and another outside curve. Strike 2. Those going low and way outside. Albano reaching for him. They're coming in and out.
Well, it's a very good loop on the curve to come away from the plate. I want to say starkly, but with the abruptly, the closed stance of Albano, he's not going to be able to see it. It's going to fool him.
There's the 2-2 fastball inside. He checks his swing. Nice work. Ball 3. So the full count for Albano here with 1 out, no runners on base. Albano, 5 RBIs, 1 home run on the season.
That's right.
Last night did not play in the game.
Home run last week. Here's the 3-2 count.
Another curveball way outside and low. Ball 4. So Albano, strangely, gets walked.
Earns himself a walk.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So the first walk for Obispo, pitcher for the Raptors for the night. And now a runner on first with 1 out here in the top of the ninth. Darn it. Raptors still leading 6-2.
The Raptors.
And the
And Anderson Rosario comes to the plate. Anderson Rosario 2 for 3 tonight with a triple, single, and then struck out. Drove in 1 of the 2 runs for the Owls. Still trail 6-2 here in the top of the ninth.
Yep, 1 out, runner on first. Here's the 0-0 pitch to Rosario. He shows bunt, but he gets past him. Yeah. Ball 1, 1-0 count for Rosario. Pulled back just in time. 1 out still.
You know, there's 2 ways to identify a curveball when it's coming. I'm thinking of the curveballs that were fooling Marco Albano in his at-bat. We'll probably see way high outside and past ball, and Albano goes to second base.
That was the wildest pitch I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That one went...
listeners at home, there was a couple years ago, Bill Murray threw out the first pitch at a Chicago Cubs game.
Yeah.
And he just threw it wild on purpose, like up into the stands.
Yeah.
And that reminded me of that. Had that net not been there, that ball would have been into about the 7th or 8th row of the stand.
Wow. That was over Rosario's head and way outside. Rosario, right-handed batter, way out to his left. Weird. So the 2-0 count now for Rosario.
And catcher Pujols is out there talking over with Obispo, trying to get him, the release point is here. Making sure that one just got away from him. No pitcher ever wants that to happen.
I mean, when you decide to throw what pitch you're going to throw, maybe halfway through the delivery you change your mind. I don't think that wouldn't happen. No.
There could be just some slipperiness, a strange grip on the ball, and that one in the dirt, and he's showing some very serious control problems. Ball 3 balls, no strikes now to Whiskey. Pujols to Rosario.
Pujols was on top of that one, catcher for the Raptors, not allowing Albano to advance anymore. He's on second out there. 1 out. Rosario now with the 3-0 count against him.
Anything can happen on a cloudy sky night like tonight.
There's a 3-0. Another wild pitch inside.
Almost hit him.
Did it?
No. Well, it wouldn't have mattered because it was ball 4 anyways, and Rosario takes his base.
That one almost hitting Rosario up by his shoulders. Crazy. Ball 4. So Rosario gets walked. The second walk for Obispo. Obispo on the night. Pitcher for the Raptors.
Brad Kuhn will come to the plate now. Brad Kuhn, a left-handed batter. All those other pitches were high and tight. And for Rosario, a right-hander, those will probably be high and away from.
He'll have to reach across the plate.
Yeah, he will.
So 1 out, runners on first and second. Here's the 0-0 pitch to Kuhn. Inside with a fastball. Runners advance.
Second and third now.
Cool. Albano holds up on third. That pass ball went all the way back to the Owlz dugout almost. So 1-0 count now for Kuhn. Now runners on second and third base. Beautiful.
We have action up in the Raptors bullpen. Obispo showing all kinds of control problems here. Wow. 5 balls in a row. 6 because he had walked Albano before that. Possibly more. I'm not sure how that count worked itself out, but very much struggling here. The couple pitches that Albano swung at for strikes were not strikes either. So technically, if you want to take those away,
there's the one problem. The 1-0 is a fastball outside and low, ball 2. That one almost getting away from catcher Pujols as well. So the 2-0 count now, 1 out, runners on second and third.
Well, there's a very real chance that he could allow these 2 runs on second and third to score just with wild pitches.
Here's the 2-0 pitch to Kuhn. Oh, curveball outside corner, watches it go by for strike 1, 2-1 count. That one had a mean curve to it.
Yeah, very tight.
Just the right amount of curves. Baseball. Here's a 2-1 to Kuhn. Fastball outside and almost in the dirt again, ball 3. Interesting. 3-1 is the count. This pitcher throwing in the same spot to each pitcher. The fastball that's going outside, this time outside from Kuhn, the left-handed batter.
Right-handed batters beware.
Yeah. There's a 3-1. Kuhn gets a hold of it high, pop fly out into center field. Center fielder Godwin to get underneath it. And instead, the shortstop, Rivera, makes that snag, getting out number 2. He threw into second, but
I thought that one might have dropped for a single, but Rivera did a very good job to get under it. Fortunately, the other team. Now 2 outs.
Yeah.
For the Raptors, they're down to for the Owls. The Owls down to their last out with Stantrell Smith at the plate.
The shortstop, Rivera, did a good job of holding Albano on second base out there. So runners still on second and third, 2 outs. Now moving to the plate, Stantrell Smith. Raptors still leading 6-2 in the top of the 9th. Here's the 0-0 pitch to Smith. Oh, boy, slow curveball outside corner. That one looked way too outside, but strike 1 for Smith. 0-1 count now.
Well, after showing control problems.
Here's the 0-1, another high pop fly from Smith. This one going into right center. Right fielder Richmond. Nope, center fielder Godwin gets that one in deep right field, getting out number 3. That ends the game. Raptors win it 6-2 over the Owls here in the top of the 9th inning. Come on back for a post-game wrap-up after this.
Oh, no. Oh.
Hello, you've reached the Satellite Emergency Service. We've located your position. How can I help you?
Yeah, I spilled my Diet Pepsi. The whole thing spilled out onto the side of the road. It's empty. And I'm still thirsty.
Okay, Miss Harvey, was the Diet Pepsi full or half empty?
I still had at least 3/4 of it left.
Are you walking or biking?
Biking?
How familiar are you with the area?
Not very.
You're facing southbound?
Yes.
All right, go 1.3 miles. You'll see a dog chasing a mailman. Take a right. There'll be a gas station with a mini mart on the left-hand side. You'll be able to purchase another Diet Pepsi there.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Is there anything else I can help you with today?
I don't have my wallet on me.
Double check your left pocket. There's some lint and $1 and change.
The Diet Pepsi Satellite Emergency Service provides you with the safety and security no other soft drink can. Subscribe today and enjoy Diet Pepsi wherever you go. Light, crisp, refreshing. Diet Pepsi.
Everybody wants to be recognized for their accomplishments. From Little League to the pros, Employee of the Month to Salesperson of the Year, awards are a great way of saying you're a superstar. If you have a superstar on your team or at work, contact Payson Sports and Trophy. They feature a winning selection of awards, plaques, and trophies, as well as custom engraving and quantity discounts. Find them in your Yellow Pages or stop by at 15 East 100 North in Payson. Payson Sports and Trophy, blue ribbon quality and service.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. Another disappointing loss here for the Orem Owls, losing it in the top of the ninth inning. Raptors winning 6-2.
And the fans here are furious. They're out there flipping tables, throwing chairs everywhere. They cannot stand this Owls loss.
Well, the Owls lose the first game of the second half of the series. They are now 0-1 record in the series, and the Raptors are now 1-0. Starting off the second half of the season. Tonight, the final scores, Orem 2 runs on 6 hits and 1 error. The Raptors with 6 runs on 6 hits and 1 error.
But 2 of those hits, home runs, one of them a grand slam. So all that damage done with a couple home runs. Pays to be able to do the long ball.
True.
And the winning pitcher for the night will be Ogden Raptors' David Pfeiffer. That improves him to 4-2 on the season, and the losing pitcher, unfortunately, Robert Mosebach, drops him down to 2-2 on his record. Jose Obispo, showing control problems at the end of the game for the Raptors, does in fact pick up the save, his first on the season.
Tonight we saw some great stuff from the Orem Owls. First from Anderson Rosario, his first at bat, he hit a triple, his third triple on the season off the first pitch, also bringing in an RBI, bringing in Flint Whipke. So Rosario now has 11 RBIs on the season and his third triple.
And it's good enough to name him player of the game, going 2 for 3 with that RBI.
I agree. And then after him, Josh Coles with a single RBI, now with 13 RBIs in the season, bringing in Albano. And Heinle Stacia with a stand-up double in his fourth at-bat. And that is Heinle Stacia's 8th double on the season. So some good stuff happening out there for the Orem Owls regardless. Tomorrow night we go back at home to play the Casper Rockies for a 3-game series against the Rockies at home at the home of the Owl Stadium, August 1st through 3rd. And then after that, we go to Idaho Falls and Casper at their home for another away game. So I'd like to let you know that these Owls radio broadcasts are brought to you by The Clean Home. A clean home is a luxurious home. J&J Services got Concrete, All-Star Garage, Marcon Incorporated, Sportsman'sWarehouse.com, Ace Mortgage, Blue Mountain Insurance, SOS Staffing Service, and Escape Motorsports. And that about does it for us. Birds of Play with the Wingman. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Joey Hurley.
And I'm Chris Peterson.
And we'll see you tomorrow night about 7:05.
No, not tomorrow night. Monday night.
Oh, that's right. Tomorrow is the day off for the whole team and everybody. So we come back Monday night. I'm sorry. Monday night.
Get your throats back warmed up.
Right.
Cheer for them, even if you're not close to vocal proximity.
So Monday night, 7:05. The game starts at home. And we'll see you then. This is Birds of Play with the Wingman, reminding you never to leave your wingman. Have a good night, everyone.